GoonQuest is a Dungeons & Dragons role-playing podcast containing both crude and sensitive humor, with occasional references to things like drugs. Content warnings can be found in the description.
GoonQuest.
Welcome back to the continent of Inthria, everybody. This is GoonQuest, a D&D podcast following a group of adventurers, sometimes less than the overall amount of adventures that there normally is, but and also narrowly escape death by taking an elevator they had previously taken again because they were able to find a lever. That's very important. Once again, my name is Jimmy, and I am your Dungeon Master. Joining me today, and unfortunately, before I get into that, we are down 2 players, so we're working with 3. It's kind of bare bones, and they're gonna have to learn to overcome.
Because someone has to go to work.
It's not me for once.
This time of the year when we record, Samuel is always doing shows too, so fuck.
Not invited.
Imagine being an actor.
Yeah, what the heck? Yeah, imagine being a popular celebrity that Samuel is. Samuel.
Dude, imagine having
Samuel.
He's already the hero of his hometown. He's an actor.
Not to dox him, but he may or may not have played a very important character on the Avengers.
Whose name rhymes with 4.
That's right, guys. Samuel secretly is Chris Hemsworth. We didn't want to tell anyone because we didn't want just to the thing to blow up for clout and reasons. But now that we've been doing this for almost 2 years or something,
it's definitely him. Okay, we'll be honest.
Yeah.
Okay,
Look,
hey,
it's totally not.
to the people who figured it out,
Murray.
good job.
Good job. Yeah. You get a cookie.
Inspiration.
Oh yeah, you can have an inspiration. Okay.
Bingo.
You guys can all have an inspiration, but joining me today, so I can let you guys introduce yourself. Joining me today is Jayden.
Alosrin and Lehsair. Reaction, I hardly even know her.
Alek.
Adras. Elevator. How can you even elevate a woman?
And Chris.
I did that early.
Who are you playing, Chris?
Voralden.
There you go. Thank you, Chris. Always finishing first.
Nice guys always finish last.
Guys, the tiniest brief cap.
Brief cap.
Yeah, brief cap. There we go. That's the word for sure. Recap for you guys. You guys had a very split session where some people played other characters and others played themselves, but mostly 2 people played themselves and almost died.
Yep.
Yeah.
After a narrow escape from the clutches of death with the newfound cure, which isn't really a cure yet, potential cure.
The disease, but we can make the cure.
Yes.
Use the disease to...
You guys were able to resurface back to the central portion of the lake and are now back on that platform at the top. Across from this lake of body of water, Alosrin, you and Plato had been looking around for Adras and Voralden. They are currently... You guys had gone throughout the town a little bit.
All right, Plato, that I was totally right here that I'm talking to. So we talked around and we found out that supposedly they wanted to check out the lake because people were getting sick by the lake. So I guess we just gotta jump into this lake and try and figure out where Voralden and Adras went.
I'm leaving your character to rot if you do that.
Unconscious sleep spell, dragged into pipe.
Adras, Voralden, you guys have just made it back to shore from the rising platform, and it's the funniest coincidence that you guys all run into each other. The craziest thing.
Hey guys, where have you been?
I want to talk about we found the disease.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, we were
gotta
about to
cure it
jump
real
into this lake to go looking for you.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah,
that
we
was,
found it. It's right here. I'm gonna, very Looney Tunes-esque, pull out a vat of fucking illness
From his jacket.
from my jacket pocket.
See, Voralden's been practicing his magic
And then I
tricks.
put it back in.
That was a good
Craziest street magic.
Just fucking villager.
Better
and
than I've ever
fucking
seen.
Smash Bros. When you shoot the giant ass projectile, just whoop.
Just bring this object into existence from nothingness.
one. So, y'all have fun.
You could say that.
We cured another 2 patients.
Type 3
We broke
fun
the
along
elevator.
things Stabbed. Oh, yeah, we did.
Oh, we also cured the first one.
I need another anvil, by the way.
I don't know why you're telling me that, but
I'm just saying that in general because I miss my anvil.
I'm sorry.
I miss it a lot.
That's my anvil.
Plato walks away, goes to Boravik.
Plato. It turns out that Boravik shows up, asks Plato if he can help out with searching with his father, and Plato's like, sure, because the bird tells him to.
Hey, Plato, you should go help us.
Plato, you should go check out and help out with Boravik, okay?
Gee, yeah, I think I'll do that.
And then,
My dad
sounds
beats Plato.
And then Plato looks up and he's like, hey guys, I'll catch back up with you later.
And then Boravik's like, rockin' swords.
And that's them. That's them right there, guys.
That's all you need from them.
All right.
Anyway,
Well,
You guys want to give him a fun fact too?
So, no,
fun fact about Boravik?
we don't do fun facts.
I'm kidding. No, Alek, you don't get to. You just have
Get
your
no
open
revenge.
mouth.
fuck. I want my revenge.
Damn, I
Anyways, I guess we should probably take that to the doctors.
I was gonna say I'm
we
gonna go
should-
back to my lab and set up.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
And I'm gonna start working on a cure.
He doesn't have any. Yeah.
Oh, hey, can you call Lehsair over?
Oh, yeah, we found some stuff with Draconic that we can't
Looks
read.
to Lehsair, who's sitting next to me. Also, yeah, I can
She
also
wasn't
read
in the list of people there.
She was notably just a little behind.
Hey, wait, Plato, real quick before you go, can you comprehend language as me? Is that how that works?
No.
Fuck.
Anyways,
He says
I can,
no in general though.
Fuck.
I can also read Draconic, so
I wasn't talking
Yeah.
about the Draconic. Here's the letter.
Yeah,
I was
I'll
talking about the Escher.
I'll canonically establish
Oh.
that Plato's just super douchey when he's not here. When Joey doesn't play him, he just says no to all your guys' requests.
I can't help with the comprehend languages. But I can help
hand
with everything else.
Lehsair. Well, first of all, let's get back to my lab.
Okay.
Okay, so you're all back
to
in the lab
again. Oh, wow, we're here quick.
I'd like to pass the ick notes to Lehsair to have her read those.
Does Alosrin also read Draconic?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
okay,
why I
just want-
pass you the Anarchist Cookbook.
But that's an Escher
Okay.
speak. That's an undercommon.
is
Alosrin
it?
takes
Sorry,
all
the
of them,
dragon
as
letter.
Lehsair does not have hands.
She does not have hands.
No, I
gonna-
hand Lehsair the ick notes.
No, I know.
I hand you the rest so we can read two things
and
at
she
once.
tells me to take them so that
I'm
way.
literally turning the pages for her.
Okay. You just.
If you hand me the, whatchamacallit, the manifesto,
Yeah, the Anarchist Cookbook.
yes, I can go find someone who speaks Undercommon.
I thought that was in Draconic.
No, it's not.
The manifesto
No, the
was
dragon
in
letter is.
Undercommon.
Yes.
Okay, so
Dragon
she's
letter,
reading,
The note, the ick notes.
yeah.
and I'm reading the dragon letter,
And then there's the Escher manifesto.
which I'm sure the Lady of Stone can read or something.
I'll probably go over to the library to see if anyone can read it.
All right, I'm taking this out of my
Fuck it.
inventory.
Real talk. I told Plato to go work on, or go look at that spell that I want to work on.
Okay, he does that. Wait, he says no because he's not here.
Fuck you.
And then using whatever Lehsair can tell me from the notes and the vat, I'd like to make a cure for the stone giant moss.
Okay,
phobia.
so you're going to need to make a. There's a tool for this,
Yes.
and it's going to be your herbalism kit.
Yeah.
So your herbalism skill,
Yeah.
if you have proficiency with that, you add your proficiency bonus to it. But then if you have an associate modifier with it, and that'll run off your wisdom modifier. So you get
wisdom?
Yeah.
So +7.
Yes.
17.
Okay. You're able to start the foundations to a.
Wait. I didn't use my second wind. Can I add my second wind to that? I forgot I could do that.
Yeah.
Let me
neat.
just read how that works. This is new.
It's a new fighter ability, everybody.
Fail an ability check. You can expend the use of second wind. Rather than regaining hit points, roll a d10 and add that number to the ability check. Does this count as an ability check?
It does.
Okay.
Did it say you have to fail the ability?
It does say
check?
you have to fail.
So
Oh, it does.
Did
perfect.
you fail?
No,
So
not yet.
this was a check that had like a tiered success. You did not
Yeah.
get the max success, which would mean you did not fully
Sorry,
pass.
hold up. What is this bullshit? If the check fails, if the check still fails, the use of second wind isn't expended.
You complained about that already.
Yeah.
bullshit.
Why is that bullshit?
Because he doesn't like when things are
Stupid.
good. He's
Yeah.
a masochist.
He likes his character to be severely underpowered, so he has to make it strong on his own.
Look, this is why John Cena is a great fighter, because he's tiny in there.
If you want, I will take away your second wind when you expend it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I will severely crutch your leg.
Okay.
Do it.
out of your choice.
Okay.
I just want all the listeners to know he wants this.
This is gonna kill us, by the
He
way.
wants me to shoot him in the leg right
Like
now.
next time I make a stealth check that's life or death, they're all at one point. I'm gonna use it. It's gonna fail.
We're gonna leave you out to die like a dog.
Exactly.
Okay, go ahead and roll your additional to your skill check.
So was this a
it was a 17. You add your D10.
D10?
Yes.
Yeah.
His second win,
But
so
it has
level
to,
plus.
But it has to fail for me to use it.
It's technically not a full pass, so I would say it is a fail.
cool.
It is a partial success, which is still failing.
Out of 5, so 20.
All right, take away your second one use because the 20 was the number you're looking for. So you're able to fashion together a actual draft that can cure this disease.
Nice.
Now it's going to take all of this regent that you have,
Yeah.
and it'll give them about a healthy supply of it.
Yeah.
But you're going to need some ingredients.
Heard.
Now, when you're putting it together, you could probably spend some gold on it, and you know that they'll probably pay you back.
Yeah.
So you dump you could dump at least 50 gold into it.
Let me make sure I can. Can I borrow 50 gold?
Let me check how much I have.
Adras opens his bag of much gold that he never spends.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, sure, you can have 50.
Yeah, I used the 50.
Okay, you take Adras's money and get enough to find a cure, or to get the ingredients for the cure, and you start working on that. It will take about an hour.
Okay, I'd like to grab one of the doctors so I can walk them through how to do it as well.
Probably smart. I was actually going to hold that against you.
Because that was my original plan when cure fucking disease was a thing.
You pull one of the doctors into your lab and start showing them the ropes. We'll jump over to the individual reading. Okay, so Lehsair was helping you with that. She was reading through, the disease. Alosrin has what do you have, Alosrin, note-wise?
The
I
dragon
have
letter.
The dragon letter.
Okay. And
But also, I would be having to help
who has the manifesto?
Voralden.
Me.
Adras has the manifesto.
I'm trying to find someone who can help me read this.
Gotcha. That's what it was.
Or find some way to make me read this.
Okay. Alosrin, you can translate this, correct?
Yep.
And
I
are
can
you helping
read-
Voralden currently?
I have to read, or I have to speak the notes, because Lehsair doesn't want to talk to Voralden in his head right now.
Oh, okay. You work on this and explain everything through for Voralden as he teaches one of the giant doctors, not a literal giant doctor, a giant species doctor, to create this potion for curing this disease. Now, when you get through the notes, one, you realize that a lot of the material they appear to be using, and this is from Voralden's deduction. Actually, before I give away free information, this is skill check worthy. Give me a nature check, Voralden and Alosrin.
Sure.
Inspiration. If I don't use it immediately, I'm not using it. I just need that to be known. Nature? Mm-hmm. So that's 12.
11.
Okay. Looking at as you're going through all the ingredients, the only thing you could familiarize yourself with is that they're probably perspectively from where you guys are at now, they're probably from the south. The south dark.
Southern docks.
Yes, but that's really what you can deduce from the most of it.
Fair.
Without giving away too much information, unfortunately.
Damn.
Fuck. That said, I'll jump over to Adras real quick. Adras,
Yes.
I just need you to roll me a d20 real quick.
Oh,
I'm just asking you to roll dice.
I don't like that. That's suspicious. 9?
Okay.
Do I die?
That's not how that works.
Power word kill.
I'm just gonna move on from it, okay? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it now.
Don't worry about it. We're going to move over.
Can't stop me.
Where are you looking for someone that speaks Undercommon?
Probably the library to see if either someone there can help me or there's like a book on translation from Undercommon to Common.
Okay. You make your way to the library. You head inside. You don't have you weren't like one of the others that took a potion that helps you understand Giant.
Right.
So a lot of the books you see are written in Giant.
Aw.
But you come up to the librarian there, and she looks down at you and is like, "Dearie, how can I help you?"
Hey, okay, so long story short, I found what appears to be some form of manifesto from the Escher that's written in Undercommon, but I can't speak Undercommon. So I was trying to find some way to translate if there's someone who reads Undercommon or some book on translation. I also don't speak Giant, but
You don't speak Giant either.
right,
Okay. So someone that speaks both the common tongue and
Undercommon.
Undercommon. Well, no, Stonella doesn't.
Aw.
But I believe Rugrass, our general,
Rugrass.
has familiarized himself with the enemy's language, as he puts it.
This is also probably something that should be given to him as well, so I can thank you for that.
Of course, of course.
I suppose I shall go to Rugrass then.
Do you want a sucker?
Why not?
She hands you a lollipop.
Aw, thank you. You too
It's
kind.
huge.
Whoa. It's like those like big carnival lollipops.
It's one of those big carnival lollipops.
Okay. Yeah.
It has gum on the inside, but it's big,
I'll
the size
take
of your
my
head.
like a little kid with a propeller hat core lollipop and run off to Rugrass.
It's only 200 grams of sugar.
I've earned it.
I've heard. Yeah, you head outside, and the last you guys remember talking to Rugrass was he had mentioned for you guys to come see him down in the battlements, at least within the city, further towards the wall, when you guys had come up with a decision whether you're going to help out or not, which was a few hours ago.
I mean, we did come up with a decision.
You did.
Yeah.
So you see over down by the wall, which is just this large, unnatural facade that kind of blockades the city out. It looks like there's several within the lower portions before the wall. It looks like they've got like trenches dug out, just in case the walls are breached.
Voralden would like this.
But then you see they have like these large ladders that are being ladders and pulley systems that different giants are maneuvering and manipulating to pull different supplies up. It looks like they've got several different catapults up at the top, and it looks like at the current moment they've got like a tier system of moving some different pulleys, moving like what look like large barrels of explosives and like large casks that have like explosive powder basically, and it looks like they're like being levied up the wall slowly, and you see Rugrass just orchestrating and moving some people, getting them to essentially filter it up. As you kind of walk up to him, he looks over, smirks a little bit at his work, just kind of like waits for you to speak up.
General Rugrass, to make a long story short, while trying to find a cure for this stone sickness that's been going around, which we did find, we found some information, or like this, what seems to be some kind of manifesto written by the Esha.
So you decided to stay and help.
Of course.
Well, I can't say anything but thank you.
Of course.
A manifesto?
Yes, it's written in Undercommon, which I do not speak, but I heard you do, and figured this is something that's pertinent to you anyways.
I do try to familiarize myself with the enemy's tactics and understandings. To get into the other side's head is how to at least get to the idea of how to defeat them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Where did you come across this?
Okay, so there was this cave system created by the Deep Scales in the lake, which is where they were pumping some kind of sickness or whatever into the water. I don't know that much about that science stuff. But this was in like their laboratory area that they had, and that mechanism they were using to make the sickness is now destroyed, so.
So they were behind. All right.
Yes.
Very uncommon that the Deep Scales have been acting the way they are. They're normally quite barbaric.
Right, if...
They only generally rally behind a central source. Right. But it's the...
Mm-hmm.
If you cut the head off of their leading, then they tend to fall apart, so...
So there's probably some figurehead behind them orchestrating this.
Probably so. Deep Scales aren't generally something to worry about too much, though. Usually they're supplied from elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're not really smart enough to do much stuff. So I would never consider one of them smart enough to create a disease like they did.
Right. If I have a hunch based on this, and also some other pertinent information, while escaping, we saw a band of around 18 or so Escher heading towards, the elevator leads to like a tower in the middle of the lake, right?
Yes.
Some Escher were heading towards there, but in our attempt to get up, the mechanism was broken, so they shouldn't be able to get up that way. I just figured that's also something you should know.
So the layer has been, okay, or the way down has been sealed off.
Yes.
That may be better than expected. I will be frank with you, Adras. As I've prepared for this war, as best I could, and supplies have dwindled and dwindled, I'm putting out what we have up here on the wall. Whether it comes true that the Escher decide to attack from the western entrance, eastern entrance, whatever side entrance has been brought up, then there won't be much we can do. Unless I could be moving supplies over there, but that would leave our front exposed, and I don't assume that the Escher would walk up and spider climb up our walls, but I wouldn't also put it past them. Mm-hmm. To speak honestly to you, beyond Stonella's prying ears, I feared for a time now that this city might not stand. I don't know if your being here is going to change that.
We will do everything in our power to do so.
It might be best. If something doesn't go right, it might be best to get out while you can.
Well, I left my order with the purpose of helping people, mainly those who were affected by the dereliction, but overall, it was to help those who needed it, and I'm not one to turn away from people.
He slaps you on the back. And he laughs a little bit. I was more so testing your grit here. If the general of the army said you were going to fail and you turned and were looking to turn away, I probably couldn't trust you to stay for a fight. But the integrity you showed now, I can at least trust you.
I appreciate it.
We're moving about 2 tons of explosives up the wall right now. Once they're up there, the goal is to have them all loaded and to our catapult and trebuchet and launched off if the Escher attack towards their encampment, which if from the top of the wall you can see off in the horizon. That said, I don't expect it to end whatever assault they have. If there's any other way we can look to it to finish this war, then we have to find it.
All right.
Because if these walls come down, the city falls. I don't know what the explosives they even have, but no one's getting through this wall any other way, unless, of course, they have spider. That's literally what they're known for, too, so we gotta worry about that. We're gonna be greasing the walls, so.
Gotcha.
Hopefully that'll help. I haven't seen the effects of spider climb
Hopefully.
and seen if they do or do not work with grease, but
From what I know, as someone who also runs up walls on occasion, should be somewhat effective. At the very least, as effective if you just greased the ground they were walking on normally.
okay. And then let gravity do the rest.
Right.
You see he looks at the manifesto and he's like, I can go through this for you. It's and give you enough of a census of it and tell you what I've gleaned, but it looks to be a lot of the Escher blaming most of the loss of magic on the surface world. It seems to be pretty daunting on it. Referring to the surface world wanting to be gods.
Yeah, that was a... Yeah, that seems actually somewhat accurate on some level.
And so they blame a lot of the loss of magic on the surface world. There's a mention of Mindus.
Yep, that guy. Yeah.
Speaks rather fondly of him.
Interesting.
It says most of the gods betrayed him. They see him as a symbol, not a failure, but of betrayal.
I feel like they got the wrong message from that.
It says a lot of good things about Mundis in here. And he keeps going through it, and this is me actually giving you a TLDR. Cool.
That reminds me, did Mundis stop by here too, or did he only stop by in Beza?
You haven't asked anyone about that?
I could have sworn it.
Pretty sure he just stopped by in Beza.
Bazar.
It refers to what they call their sacred duty. They want to reclaim the power of the Reach. Looks like maybe they've established that because if they've restored balance, talks a lot about, it even mentions now the return of Mundis.
Yeah, he did that.
Seem to look fondly upon his return. Mundis showing the truth. It looks to be, they seem to worship this man Mundis pretty devoutly along with their other gods.
Right, well...
The Sportender, the Falsehood, Brazen Storm, the Dissension.
And Mundis now.
Mundis. Well.
I don't know, those all sound made
Never meet your heroes, kid.
Yeah, I mean, just speaking from personal experience, he did leave one of our friends locked in a demi-plane to rot. So,
Well,
basically. At least from personal experience, not that stand-up of a guy, but...
Normally some of these individuals that are radical makes it hard to change their mind on a lot of things.
Right.
I did notice that you all traveled with one or two Escher.
Yeah, no.
Do you know if you can trust these individuals?
Alosrin isn't naturally Escher. He was born on the surface, and it's just like this because he's down here.
And Nellick is the one that's supposed to leave here
Yes, he...
and head into the encampment.
I believe he's heading back to Beza to meet with his family. But also people maybe wanted to kill him back in Beza. It's a long, convoluted story. It's... Again, speaking from personal experience, thinking back onto the adventures with Nellick here to see if I could speak truthfully when I'm like, we did fight together and we kind of had to trust each other with our lives.
he did fight against the Escher.
Yeah, he did fight with us against the Escher on some occasions.
Did he ever hurt any Escher?
I mean,
In general.
it looked like it. But it's understandable if you have your suspicions about him. I believe many of our group still do. But I, perhaps foolishly, believe the best in him.
Well, I believe if you follow the teachings here, you would not probably be one that would side with the city of giants here, Orthomp. If you listen to this manifesto, you would likely... If you followed it, let's say, devoutly, I wouldn't say you would be a good person.
Yeah, I could.
But, I
Yeah.
mean, this is just a manifesto. It's been
Right.
written to corrupt as is.
Does it have an author at all? Or is it just anonymous?
It's signed by 4 leading house members.
Neat.
The main house signing ladies in Revalmere.
Wait, is Nellick still here?
Nellick
Yeah.
is still here.
Fuck, I should probably also ask him about this. I totally fucking forgot. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Nellick.
I really never mentioned that Mundis was alive.
It might have come up once, but I don't think you ever asked, did he visit here?
That just
It looks like you guys are here to help,
conversation.
and from last I heard, you guys are trying to acquire the lodestones.
Yes, we've taken care of the sickness, which is our first order of business. Next is the lodestones and perhaps the gauntlets, since they might be in the same area, if they are. But lodestones first, I believe.
Well, be careful on your way back.
Will do. And I believe I will, do the walking thing now,
Yeah, you leave from him.
and probably go to Nellick next.
He's back in the room with the other 2. He's just sleeping.
Oh, hey Nellick.
Oh, hey, you're back?
Yeah.
Hey, oh God, I just woke up. It's been
sorry
an
about
hour.
that. Yeah.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
Okay, we found a cure for the giant sickness, as you can see.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is that what you're working on?
Yeah. Vrown's puffing something probably. Yeah.
Don't mind him.
That was what woke me up.
Also, we found a manifesto written by 4 of the leaders of the houses in Beza.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's just like the general manifesto. That's the new print. That's this year.
Oh, how long's it been in print for?
Since the start of it. I mean, since I guess whenever that Mindus guy came back, at least.
Hasn't been back for more than a year, has he?
Oh no, they distribute information, propaganda like.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just figured, you know.
I mean, this stuff's basically like postered up on the walls there. If you spend enough time there, just look at a wall. Someone's probably gonna plaster one of these manifestos up there.
Real. But I mean, from the gist of it, it's basically, Beza rules. Mendes is cool. Everyone else sucks, from what I gather.
Oh yeah, I mean that's kind of how it is.
What do you think about Mendes? I'm not saying this with any judgment. I am just legitimately curious.
Oh, you guys told me he's kind of a prick.
He is.
I mean, when he got there, it was like, whoa. Okay, that sounds like I'm like in awe.
He
of him.
is a god now.
He
so
did
fair.
descend down in a blinding light that did permanently blind someone, which I want to tell you, everyone thought was really cool.
Not surprised.
I'm gonna be real. That's not that hard. I sure have horrible vision.
Oh yeah,
The light is awful. Like I feel like I could light a candle and I would.
I'll session now. Interesting. Anyway.
Well, I suffer from the same afflictions.
Progress.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyway.
Yeah,
I'll
but
kill them all. Every last one.
Okay.
they're not all bad.
Okay. Back on track.
No, like you're like mediocre.
Back on track.
I don't hate you.
Back on track. Hey, progress. Back on track.
But if I happen to be in Beza at the time,
Sucks.
Back on track. Anyways.
Final solution.
Yeah. Anyways, the deep skills had that for some reason.
That's weird. When did you guys meet the deep scale?
Oh, when we went to the lake to find the deep scales were pumping the stone sickness into the water to get people sick.
Oh,
Yeah.
more reasons to hate.
This is
Beza
one that
than
had like
JPEG.
really brolic wings.
I mean, what the fuck's JPEG?
Think you might have liked them. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, so that's taken care of. Also, the elevator up here is broken.
That sounds like it's for the best.
Yeah, I mean, there was like 18 Escher trying to get through there, so.
hey, when are we going? I not to mention the clock or anything.
Are you coming with us? I thought you were staying here.
Well, I was debating it, but like, if I get back in time,
Oh, sure. Then yeah. I mean,
I can go.
I'm good to go whenever. We cured the sickness, basically.
Yeah, I think the sooner we go, the better, because we have like, what, 3 days?
Yeah, less than that
And
now.
if the Escher attack,
we never
Orphan
had 3 days
probably
attack.
isn't surviving.
Yeah, it's always been less. I mean, yeah.
Well, 3-ish umbrella. But we need to stop that attack, otherwise
Yep.
Orphan might not make it, and that would be very bad.
I mean, technically, I have less time because I do have to be back for going. If you guys want me to meet them,
Meet the
and I kind of should go.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'm gonna see my mom. I mean,
It's entirely up to you, Nellick.
yeah.
I mean, we talked about this. I mean,
Right, we did talk about this. At the end of the day, I just want you to be safe.
yeah. I don't know. I just.
Sounds like it's leaving time.
Were you like
Voralden's done?
squeaking something?
No, he's cackling, guys.
I
That's
thought
what
it
he
was
always does. Every time he puts on that stupid mask.
Sound
I
like you
don't
were
have
like
the mask anymore. I
rubbing
broke
darts
it.
with
Yeah,
a
he
wet
broke it.
towel.
Okay, every time he wishes that he had that stupid mask on.
Here, can I borrow it?
Fuck off. No.
Anyways,
Hey guys, I did. You know, this is a complete off the wall note for anything. And maybe I'm overstretching too, but like, it's been like a few months, and I really haven't said anything about it. But can I have like some gold?
how much?
I just been like,
Didn't you get some from your thing or whatever?
no, I got a bag of a bunch of like joke things that have all rotten or gone bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I
There's like
mean,
eggs and stuff.
Yeah,
and
but
I mean,
those-
generally
by
we
the time
kind
we
of just
got
split
here-
the gold amongst whatever we find, but we haven't found any gold recently.
oh, okay. No,
Because
no, that's
I
fair.
got all. Well, no, because like I got all of my gold from the gnomes,
Yeah,
and that's where Lehsair got her stuff.
I didn't have any money to begin with.
Is there
'cause
anything
I was,
you're looking to buy?
I couldn't gamble anything
Oh,
because I was.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't even got any money left. I've been using Plato to help buy ingredients. That way we can teleport.
Oh, okay.
So like,
is there anything you're looking to buy in particular, or just have money?
Just like druid things.
like we've been paying for your food. So.
Well, like I good berry most of the time.
Druid things?
Oh yeah, that's right. Why doesn't that feed like a bunch of people?
Yeah, but not really.
Sure.
I imagine the macros on that are probably terrible, but anyway.
You have to eat all of them to get your daily amount of macros, but to get your like enough, you
And
just
also,
need
you can't
one.
like. I imagine you can't really like tailor it to a specific person's needs. And my needs are very specific.
Well, I mean, I don't eat protein
I
mostly
say as I
anyways.
have a giant fucking kid lollipop.
I don't eat protein anyways, so it's not good for you.
Wait, in general?
We talked
Like
about
live
this.
from like beans?
No. Actually, I'm allergic to most legumes.
Okay.
Yeah,
skipping past that.
Anyways, yeah, once we're ready to, I mean, once everyone's taken care of, I'm ready to leave.
Likewise.
Plato and
As I cough
Boravik
up
said they're
all
ready to
blood.
I've had a
leave.
short rest.
All
Oh,
right,
that must be nice.
And that's how you make that.
Okay, so now we're down to 58 hours.
Okay, let's.
If you guys need
As in,
to
it's
rest,
been another hour.
that was how long
since.
it made for his potion to make.
Oh, cool.
Did I have short rested in that time? Fuck.
You could have started one. I'll say you could get 30 minutes in one.
I would have
it's-
liked to have
yeah.
started one while I was sitting there with Nellick.
Fucking might
Yeah,
as
that's fine.
well.
You know what? I'll go ahead and start one.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to wait and do one for Voralden anyways.
It's just long rest.
No, we can't long
I mean,
rest.
I can long rest, but
Sure, you can. We don't have time. Short rest is all we have.
I really don't need a short rest. I mean, I do, but also. Like,
I also debatably don't need to.
I mean, I get
as
like
long
a
as we
spell
don't get
slot
into a
back, so
combat.
I was there with Nellick the entire time. So.
Yeah, Nellick hasn't cast a spell in days.
Do we want to just dip?
Dip? Like leave entirely? Yeah.
I mean, we can wait.
Now?
Dip where? Wait, no.
I'm good with going home.
Oh, no, not
Oh.
to get the lodestones.
Oh yeah, like I said, I've been ready to leave this entire time.
All right, is everyone else ready to leave?
yeah.
Okay. Who?
and we'll just leave a note for Plato and have
No,
him
they
catch
said
up.
they were ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we'll have them drag the wagon behind us.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
yeah, of course.
Because it's gonna be
Oh, we
really
gotta get the
slow
wagon
and
first.
stuff. I thought Stella would have already prepped that. Surely.
No, I'm sure she's prepping it. We just gotta make sure to grab it.
Okay. Well, let's go get the wagon and leave.
All right. Let's take our wagon and ride all the way to the load. To
You
the
guys are walking.
Necropolis.
You guys are walking down there. Nellick looks over to Lehsair and he's like, "Do you wanna pull the wagon?"
She growls.
She just, "Oh, you like me now." That's a good dragon. Can I ride you?
she lets out a firebolt and then just flies off.
Did I say something? Did she happy?
No, like, that was
No.
very offensive.
Which part?
All of it.
The talking or the?
Everything.
Is it because I put my hand on her back when I walked up?
When did you touch her?
Oh, did you not see that? I was gently put my hand there.
Hey, look, she didn't attack you.
Why am I bleeding?
I guess she did attack you.
Anyway,
I'd like to sit on the wagon and
Do
take a short
not.
rest.
You probably couldn't get it. You couldn't get a long rest on this wagon. It's too bumpy.
No, a short rest.
Yeah, a short rest is fine.
Yeah.
Like, you guys aren't really limited to short rest, but it does clock your time.
Yeah.
okay, if it's not gonna
I mean, we
be
got our
any way
pack
for any of us
animals.
to short rest without impacting the time while we travel.
I'm sorry?
Could like someone short rest on the cart while we travel and not impact time?
You could probably put one person on the cart to short
Okay,
rest.
cool. I call dibs because I have no resource.
All right.
I need my key points.
All right.
So, you guys are going to be traveling for a couple hours, so you could both get a
We
short
can
rest
cycle.
in there.
We can cycle.
Provided there's no wandering encounters.
Hey, I also get D4 temporary hit points because of my ring
Oh,
of satiation.
wait.
Oh, yeah.
While we're getting ready to leave, how much does Chris, the book? How much does a jeweler's jeweler's tools cost?
Fuck if I know. What page is that?
I don't know. Jimmy,
Uh-huh.
how much does jeweler's tools cost?
Give me 1 second.
it's
I'll
like
read it.
189 or something.
Whoa.
Odds. Let's go.
Okay, so they do have a pair.
All right. Thank God.
That is of sufficient size for you.
I now have really no money. Should I
You
be
guys-
spending my money like this? I don't know.
We
You
can
guys-
spend any amount of our hit die
Yes.
on a short rest.
Don't forget to add your con.
And you had your con for each roll. Yeah, just be mindful that you only get them back on. You get half of them back on a long rest.
All right.
I forget about that.
Short rest time, assuming we both
I
get
really
one.
need to be afraid of that.
How many hit dice do you have?
Well, I have 9, but
Yeah.
I can use them more freely now with my new variant. The new rules.
Yeah. So during the travel, you both get one.
Yay.
So, there was one other letter that you had that we talked about briefly that Alosrin had.
Yeah.
Okay.
We never got to it. The one that was written in Draconic.
I thought that's what we were rolling the nature check for.
The nature check was for something else.
Oh, okay.
No, because you can just read Draconic, then you don't have to worry about it. So this one is basically a letter that has the address name on it, Zinra Valmir.
All right, I remember her.
It appears to detail some instructions about. It seems to be actually like saying what to do with all the stuff. It says poison the waters
Oh, so they are being led by the Asher.
to assure the success of the ventilation system. It looks like they were trying to make sure the ventilation system worked.
Okay.
And it said if their mission is basically the note continues on saying if their mission is a success, they need to continue into tunneling to the lava flow.
Okay.
Well, I did
I
debatably
would've
break
answered
Something
that.
about waking a disrupting the nest of a certain dragon underneath lava.
Does it have a name?
I
It
think
does
we
not
know.
directly say
Oh, it's just.
Calyrex.
Calyrex.
Oh, okay.
It refers specifically just wake the fire titan.
All right. Well, I would have conveyed that to Stonella.
Okay.
Okay.
That also saying it does mention your mother will be proud.
Whoever
Okay.
their mother is.
The mother's the
Well, you guys know who
matrons.
the mother is.
No, we
but-
don't. It's just some deep skill.
Oh, well, the point is that you know that the mother is
Yeah.
a deep skill thing, and not
Yeah.
like this note's secretly for Nellick. And
It's his mother.
no.
anyway, yeah, I would have conveyed that to Stonella.
Yeah. Who at the same time she is she appears to be very livid about the situation and then just storms off to talk to Calyrex.
Button.
Put my heads up. I'm like, Calyrex, look, it's the Escher. Killed him, not us.
Yo, Calyrex, baby girl, what's
Hey,
going
yo,
on?
Calyrex.
Yeah, you guys want to go talk to Calyrex?
No.
Hey, Calyrex, what's up?
It would
Yeah,
be
if
fuck you, but
Alosrin
no.
can, he will probably try to avoid Calyrex for the rest of forever.
That's fair.
Real question, how did he get here?
He burned down with a cave and
Fucking
had divorced
lava.
dad
I
arc.
don't know. Maybe flew
I mean,
into a
I could be
volcano.
very oblivious about the answer. I'm not going to say anything. I'll let you figure it out on
He
your
was
own.
just like, I
Okay.
miss my
You don't
wife's
know.
tales. I miss my wife, Sonella. I miss her a lot.
Does Calyrex go on the divorced dad arc? Can we have like that subplot?
No,
It's
you
not like
don't-
divorced dad.
Like he's trying to get the
Isn't it a
house.
widower?
Yeah, widow dad.
I'm thinking of that fucking skit that was going around with the divorced dad trading cards right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I got the house. I drew the house.
I drew my wife's ashes.
God. You guys meet up to leave the town, and you pick up your cart. It's basically just from what they've provided to you guys got a one of the only ponies that they have in town.
Thank God.
It looks to be like a very mangy looking pony that looks like it's just been here a long time and just eats whatever grain they have. He has one very wild eye, and his fur is just burnt at the ends. You don't know why, and the giants, after you're questioning, they don't know why either. They say that's just how he is. His name's Clyde.
Oh,
Clyde.
He neighs at you. It's just like, "Arr!" And
You see Clydesdale?
no, he's a pony.
Aren't ponies just baby horses?
No, ponies are
Oh shit.
Yeah, ponies are their own thing.
Damn, didn't know.
they're small horses.
Learn to be a horse girl.
Sorry, I did a lot of research on horses at one point.
Were you a
Jayden's
horse girl?
a horse girl.
No, but I know too much now.
This all said, you guys are, as you guys are being seen off, General Rugas, he comes up to you guys. He leads you out of the town. As you're walking out there, one of you sitting inside the cart. He starts walking out of town with you. He's like, all right, I could take you guys just outside of the grounds where the ladies' power grows, but ends. But after that, you guys will be on your own, on your way to the, from what I understand, the Necropolis first.
Yes, that place.
Sounds good,
What's
boss.
his name?
But I'll urge you guys to definitely be careful.
Will
Are
do.
you? How much encountering have you? And you guys are all walking, so it's fine. How much encountering have you guys had with the Escher?
Too much.
Yeah, probably too much for the average person.
No, it's like I lived there.
We did come into conflict with what's her name, Dissension priest lady.
Ladies in Revalmir or
The what's out of character? What's her name
It's
with
like
the whips?
Krista.
Krista?
Krista, yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry. I think you're thinking of her mom.
Krista.
Yeah.
Okay,
his
I mean I'm not
girlfriend.
familiar with all of their
Plato's
names.
girlfriend.
His girlfriend?
No,
Okay, basically.
no, not actually.
Basically, we come into conflict with some very strong Esha at some point. So,
we ran into like bounty hunter guy. Then we got into their city, and then we didn't really sneak. We walked out of their city. Then we ran away from them. Then we fought a priest of the Ascension, and now we're here.
Basically.
Okay. Well, seems like you guys have had a bit of it in with the Escher then.
You could say that.
They're kind of like the annoying neighbor that doesn't leave you alone.
Do we need to worry about them going this direction?
Do you ever need to not worry about
Well,
them?
we're heading down the side passway tunnels to Castula, so along the way, it wouldn't be a surprise if some of the other thoroughfares would unfortunately come across areas they're tracking.
Man.
Escher, deep scales, stuff like that.
Undead.
You might be free of deep scales, but
Yeah.
Maybe a gnome or two. I mean, what?
Yeah, gnomes actually might be a pleasant surprise.
most gnomes don't stay close to us. They don't seem to like us. We try to be gentle with them, but unfortunately, you grab, doesn't work the same.
Do you know anything about Castula and what we can expect to find there other than just generic undead?
No, probably a lot of hyper-specific undead.
Like,
Are you all familiar with the undead?
Not at all.
I fought a white/banshee thing once.
And some skeletons and zombies?
Well, yeah, but the white was.
I don't think Alosrin has interacted with the undead at all. I have no clue what that even means, except for the nightmares that my mother would tell me.
Well, I don't frequent the arts of necromancy. All I know it is highly frowned upon across multiple established cities.
Plato physically can't do necromancy.
True. We did meet a
Yeah.
lady who had a big
Interesting.
book of necromancy, but apparently she had lots of big books.
I would recommend avoiding the art of necromancy. Dealing with the dead and the conjuring of it can really damage not the physical body, but the spiritual body. Nellick chimes in. He's like, actually, sir,
No,
No, hold on. Let him hear.
let me cook. You can say it, Alosrin, just let me have it.
Go ahead.
Food is currently spoiling in the oven, but go ahead, man.
Actually, the untamed,
You mean the sport tender?
the sport tender. Now, she is a bit of a defining line between necromancy. See, we preserve the soul before it leaves the body in our necromantic arts.
Isn't yours?
Is that the kind that we're going to be dealing with?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
Isn't yours
No, but-
basically just like having a bunch of mushrooms control a corpse?
No,
Okay, so I'm on the right track here.
no.
Well, so
Is that even necromancy? Is that just like
it probably is.
fungusmancy? Couldn't you just do that with like anything?
I mean, technically, you're using the fungus to basically keep the spirit intact. Listen, the bad part about real necromancy is that you're ripping the soul back from whatever plane it came from. You're basically taking the soul and potentially doing irreparable damage to it.
Is what you do even necromancy?
What I do?
Yeah, the fungus thing.
It, by definition, it's the loosest form of necromancy.
I mean, you might as well just be like puppeteering a corpse on
Hey,
string.
you're really treading on really offensive grounds.
If
to
anything,
my
this is
deity.
for you. Because
Just, you
necromancy is
literally
bad.
don't magic.
This is like the
I do magic. I say is like make a light rock.
This is like the nicest way to do necromancy.
Yeah, that's me.
What do we know about necromancy that will help us with our coming problems?
Tangent over.
Okay, morality-wise is kind
No,
of
that is not.
Tangent over. Back to the topic at hand.
yes.
We're going to go fight a bunch of undead, yeah?
Okay, so every undead you kill, it's like you're killing the soul too. So its sense of afterlife is permanently gone.
Okay. In battle terms, what can undead creatures do, and how do we defend against them?
Well, in most cases, undead creatures can sap your life force.
Which means
Something. The amount of
like our con.
probably max health.
It could hurt your overall well-being and health, or it can hurt your overall. It can sap your strength.
Oh, okay. Now I'm understanding. And well, I guess you mentioned. Do I need to be? Am I good to kill these things, or is this like a?
I think we're good to kill them.
Well, he mentioned that their souls are permanently destroyed.
Right. So
Is there a
we
way
don't
to-
have the so we don't have like the spiritual guidance that we would need to probably preserve a soul in killing it. So this is why necromancy is seen as bad, is because when you bring something back, if you don't return its soul back correctly, then you essentially deny it its chance of afterlife, and it's either sent to oblivion or it's sent to worse places. Roll a religion check.
Okay.
Specifically Voralden.
What can I say? I'm good at those.
2.
Wait for it.
Actually, that's a
Wait for it.
7.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Is that a fail?
That is a fail.
You want an
Add your
inspiration?
level of fighter.
12.
Hey, that's pretty big. Means you rolled like a 2. Yep.
Yeah, and I'll let you have the dramatic moment too. Yeah, he's like, Nellick's just like, yeah, either their soul goes to oblivion or worse places. And in worse places, Voralden, you interrupt with the Lonely Lord.
Who?
The Lonely Lord.
Who?
Yeah, who's that guy?
You guys had seen
Rowland,
his-
don't you not believe in other guys?
No, I think some of those are made up.
Wait.
But the Lonely Lord's not one of them?
Like the Soul Tender, made
Isn't
up.
he like one of the
All right, let's see.
followers or
the
whatever?
sport
I
tender?
think-
No,
There's
there's-
no soul tender.
Exactly
what I
said.
No. I remember him from he was one of the gods in that shrine room.
Oh, that
where I was
thing.
like, yeah, that Ascension guy sounds pretty cool. He's all about
Yeah.
like being sad or something, right?
I mean, a name like the Lonely Lord is probably pretty descriptive enough.
Is my page over there somewhere still?
Actually, I might have said it on your stuff earlier.
Well,
Oh yeah.
What does your note say?
Oh, nothing.
You just
My
wanna
notes
do
say
it for,
say nothing. I don't know what you're talking
you just
about.
want to do it for
okay.
dramatic effect.
Okay.
I just needed to make sure that was still somewhere on my character sheet.
Oh, okay.
What about the Lonely Lord again? Why do you bring him
I
up?
saw it, but I'm
Saw
not
what?
sure what that meant.
It doesn't mean anything.
Would you like to share with the class?
What?
Anyways,
Voralden, why are you sweating so much?
What? I'm
So-
not sweating.
Bro, if there's
okay,
any
so
information...
why is the Lonely Lord worse than having your soul stop existing forever?
Yeah.
Well, essentially all the gods get their powers in different ways. A lot of them get it from like, well, I say power very loosely. It's like a sense of loosely put pleasure, not in like a sexual way, but like in a divine being way.
Gods like when people do certain things.
Yes, most of the deities, what people consider the good ones.
Like it when you don't enslave people.
No, they like it when people worship and pray and and are
okay.
generally nice to the deity and like. But then there's the other ones.
They
The
sound narcissistic.
the ones like the spore tender and some of the other deities that they get their pleasure or their sense of self from other means. Most of them, like the spore tender, get it from the natural decay of life. So death. And
so when
it's a
things
natural thing. So I'd say it's okay.
naturally,
Yes.
the Spartander's like, yeah, that's the good shit.
Well, yeah.
Like mushrooms, probably.
Yes. More like, yeah, I think mushrooms is a good way to look at it.
That is the Ascension get happy feelings.
Well, generally when people bring suffering or hatred or anger into the world and are mean to others.
I understand why Beza is a fan of the Dissension.
Yes. They're they're a central hub for a lot of the probably pleasure that the dissension receives.
Then what about the Lonely Lord?
I now have
Mr.
mixed
Warmaster?
feelings
So, like, the
about the
falsehood is-
Dissension.
The falsehood it takes in stuff when people are deceptive and lying and hide the truth. That is where that. So a lot of them have more niche specific ways in way, and that's why they try to spread how their sense of self is discovered.
Yeah.
And
True
the Lonely
Chaos
Lord?
gets pleasure from
The Lonely Lord-
Table.
True Chaos is actually a rather weird one that our city has done a lot of research into some of our deities, but True Chaos has been one that there's not a lot of answers.
True Chaos, in fact, does not have a sense of pleasure. That's what makes him chaotic.
True Chaos is from what I'd ever been taught is that True Chaos doesn't often respond to their followers. They're similar to the Lehsair, the true chaos seems very ancient.
I thought the Lehsair was dead. Kind of.
No, the Untamed is.
No, the Untamed isn't. The voice said so.
The Lehsair is
voice.
basically just the goddess of magic.
Yeah, but they're also like
They're
the
divine,
thing-
like they're big sins.
Yeah,
So
but
true-
they like made all the other ones.
They did.
So
by,
true
like,
chaos.
killing themselves or something.
Yes, there's a bit of a theory going around in Beza. Oddly enough, I know you guys hate it, but the theory was that maybe the Lehsair didn't make true chaos.
Did true chaos
Sure.
make the bad deities?
We don't know that.
No, the Lehsair made the bad deities.
It's understood that.
Because they're a part of life.
Yeah,
Death is a part of life.
Anyway.
Suffering is a part of life.
Anyway, back to the Lonely Lord.
Yeah, so the
How is he
Lonely Lord,
relevant?
though.
Yes, back to the Lonely Lord. The Lonely Lord gets their pleasure in a little different ways. Their sense of being is as
People being alone, probably, if I had to guess.
That's a very
I mean, that's a very bleak way of looking at it.
I mean, he seems like a bleak guy. His name's the Lonely Lord.
the Lonely Lord receives a lot of their being from others giving up on existence.
Oh,
That's depressing.
Oh, that's really depressing. Damn.
Yeah. So,
Didn't know we were going there today.
but that's not only that. When a soul is destroyed, taken from its, when they're departed, they usually go to Drakthar. If a soul is brought back before it goes from Drakthar elsewhere, I don't know it that far. But if a soul is brought back from Drakthar and is not taken to wherever it goes after that, then it can be housed in the body of an undead. That soul, if it is killed as an undead, it doesn't necessarily go back to Drakthar. It can also be claimed from the Lonely Lord.
So he takes the scraps, essentially.
But at least they're not existing.
It's unsure whether, well, largely the reason people call the Lonely Lord is implied that they keep no souls. They let the souls go to oblivion or something along those lines. It's too broad. It's more conceptual at that point. I don't know.
So like he grabs the souls and lets them pile up and rot outside
And
his
we
fridge.
have no way to free the souls.
It's believed that there are different clerics or paladins. Not that anyone in Beza would have researched, but they don't really give a shit. But in my mother's church, she could be one that could release those souls. A powerful enough cleric or paladin, generally, them being in the area can preserve those souls.
Guys, I can't kill any of the undead.
Why?
It's not something that sometimes you are forced to do something like that.
I don't think you can not kill the undead. They've already been killed. That's why they're undead.
Okay, I can't destroy any of the undead.
Why?
Because what if they're like my grandma?
What if random person on the street's your grandma?
I don't kill them either.
What if any of the hundreds upon hundreds of deep skills were your grandma?
That was not the same.
You have to look
that
at it-
was a lapse of judgment on my behalf because of the person controlling me.
The
Listen, you have to
controlling
look at it
yes.
after the fact. The person that damned the souls is the one at fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like they can be saved. That's like shooting the hostage.
It's like in the Bible too. They can be saved.
The Bible too did say that.
You try to preserve as many as we can, and you try to take out whoever would create that. Because I don't do necromancy.
I think if anything,
like that.
in this case, it's more
But
like,
what if they're my grandma?
well,
I
then it's
can't
probably
do
best
my
to prevent
grandma
the soul
to
from being torn apart
obliteration.
than being in living agony.
It's not a choice either. We
Yeah.
have to get through there.
Well, we'll just do it sneakily or something.
I'm all for that. If we want to sneak through there, we can.
I mean,
Or
ideally, we
just,
would have to
I'm
with them.
opposed to fighting when I can't save them.
deep skills anyway.
I mean,
That's not the same.
Yes, the
really
fireball
will-
was too juicy, I see.
if we really want to take the time to go track down the collapsed conclave, I'm pretty sure they're following the Lonely Lord now. So,
What?
yeah.
Oh, wait.
But they,
Roll the
like-
fuck back.
Do the Untamed or something.
Why? Explain?
Because they think the Untamed's dead?
I don't fucking know.
They gave
No,
up?
you can't just drop that out of nowhere and not give any reason.
We have to deal with the giant people. You already said that.
We're already
Adras.
on our way. We're walking. We might as well talk about this.
Yeah, I mean, we are walking there.
There's only
everyone.
3 of us here. We might as well have a lordom session that they can reap the benefits of.
That said,
Guys,
everyone, I do
Voralden?
have to leave you all here.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking us this far.
Are you in touch with the person that is looking after that for you? And he points off past you, Alosrin.
That?
Go ahead and roll a perception check, an intelligence check.
Oh, fun.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. 11.
Okay. Alosrin, you don't turn to see anything, but everyone can technically attempt to perceive this.
I would
I'm gonna make sure it was an intelligence, so you don't feel bad if it was. Actually, oddly enough, let me see.
Please let not be intelligence. We're all bad at that except for Plato.
It is wisdom based, so if that changed anything,
It does.
it is saving throw technically.
It does.
Okay.
Wisdom
Drastically.
saving throw?
That's a 16.
Oh, okay, that's much better.
I got an 8.
Okay, that does not matter.
I got an 11.
Okay. Alosrin, you're the only one that sees it. There appears to be this little tiny sensor just past you. Past your head. Looks like a small stone floating in the sky.
Like an Aeon stone?
Not like an ion stone. It looks like a small little globe that's floating. You could only faintly see it.
Can I touch it?
You can try to reach out and touch it.
I will try to.
Make an Arcana check for me.
I love those.
You're like my
Call me
inspiration.
Plato the way I get a 16.
That's really good.
And no, I do not want the inspiration.
I figured this might be an important check.
You are being scried on.
Other fuckers. So I removed the tattoo. They said if I removed the tattoo, they couldn't do this. Who's watching me?
You do not know, though.
Well, fuck.
Fuck, this is the same goddamn day, isn't it?
It is.
God damn it, why does it gotta be the same goddamn day
What?
as the day?
What day?
Oh,
What?
nothing. His effect that he can ask questions, I think.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
What?
Stop staring at.
You can break it.
Oh.
This is sorry, to clarify for the scrying spell, you can destroy this shit.
Oh. How long has it been there, Mr. Giant Man?
I just noticed it before I was leaving. I mean, it could have been here a while.
That's what?
There's people watching me.
What?
I know, I'm popular.
What?
And
What people?
to be popular.
No, stop. Is there any way to know who the spell's from? Is that a thing? This is not my type of magic. It is not fire or teleporting
It would
with
be
a hint
rather
of
difficult.
invisibility.
I'm going to read through the spell.
Oh, you get
More.
teleportation from your granddad. That's cute.
I like to believe it's just a natural bloodline thing, but that technically would make it from my granddad, yes.
It's technically you can end the effect by basically combating it. So you can destroy it basically, but you can't reverse to see who did it.
What do I know? Do they just see all around me, or do they just see me?
You don't know if they hear audible sounds. You could roll an Arcana check to try to understand how the spell
Plato's
works.
here. You can maybe like identify it or something.
Right.
Fucking Plato.
I will now take the inspiration if you'd like to offer it. That was worse.
What?
Voralden doesn't have any. Well, I went from a 10 to a 4, so 4.
Yeah, the only thing you know is that they at least can physically see like around you.
Okay, so turning invisible wouldn't solve the problem.
You don't know.
Whatever, I'll just destroy it.
Yep.
Rawr.
Yeah, Lehsair eats it. Which is probably just the best way to have
The
it.
dragon has swallowed the sun. What's it? Ragnarok has begun.
You,
Pretty sure that was a wolf, but okay.
yeah,
Okay,
Lehsair eats
wolf
it.
like eats the moon or something. I don't know, man.
Ragnarok begins.
There's a lot of stories that involve a dragon eating a sun, causing the apocalypse.
Right before he leaves, he's like, when we have people leave the city, we offer them usually a token if they're to return.
What does that mean?
It's just a token. He holds up a large coin.
Show, I suppose.
It's just it looks like a large
says
coin. It's not an
inspiration.
inspiration.
Wait,
Don't say inspiration on
how
it.
big and heavy?
It's about 50 pounds, and it looks like a big ring.
You'll do it. You'll do it for now.
It's a 50-pound weight, basically.
As far as we care, it
Close
is.
enough. Welcome back, Anvil.
Anvil 2.
Anvil 2.
He hands it to you and he's like, this is just to honor your return back to the Giants once you're done with your adventure.
Thank you.
I'll
Keep it on you.
I will.
It's
keep it
good
on me.
luck.
Does it stop scry?
Doubtfully so.
How big is it?
Damn shame.
About the size of... Slightly bigger than a bread box. About the size of a normal shield.
God damn you, Plato.
A round shield.
Okay, cool. I'll
Need to know
just
things about spells.
tie it to me, I guess.
It's on your back. Yeah.
Like a shield.
Like a shield. Oh, fuck. Okay. You guys are continue talking with Nellick as Rugress leaves you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, we not get wait for Voralden to get back here because what the fuck was that?
Yeah, he just walked off to take a piss. So
He walked up to the.
he drops that and then walks off
Yeah,
to
you
take a
can't
piss.
do that.
You really
Oh my
can't.
god.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
I miss my mom.
I'm
sorry, Nellick.
Sorry, Nellick. I also miss my mom sometimes.
Did she die?
Yes,
I didn't have a mom.
Voralden killed her.
Maybe Mendis is my mom.
I think
technically.
technically I don't know who my dad is. See, my mom has suitors. She just has whoever she fancies at the time, and then whoever that might be might or might not be my dad. I don't know.
Real.
And when she doesn't want them
How big of a
anymore,
population do you got to pull from here, man?
I mean, I have like 4 uncles, and I don't know if they're my dad or my uncle.
Okay, but like how many people?
And I call them
have you
uncle, but they're
asked
really
her?
like
Does she
they-
know who your dad is?
No, she doesn't.
Does she have an idea?
She tells me he doesn't matter anyways.
Fair
Damn.
enough. I mean,
That's just kind of how
they
we're
treat
treated.
men in your society.
Aw.
But that said, I had a feeling that he's the same guy that can also twist his tongue upside down.
That
What?
sounds weird.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to see that.
All right. Then
No
he shows
offense.
you anyways.
Oh, come on, Nellick. Come on.
Oh, that's because you can do it.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because I can do it.
That's a pretty good guess.
Yeah, so I'm thinking it's him.
It
It's
might
like an
be.
ultimate party trick in the
Nice.
Essex
I wouldn't
community.
Having parents must be weird.
You know what that's like.
Do I?
I mean, I'm not sure that's my
I mean,
dad.
you keep calling Sigma Coleman your dad.
He's the
so-
closest thing I have to a dad, so I basically call him my dad, but like normal parents.
You definitely thought he would. You said dad.
a lot.
Well, okay.
And what do you mean by normal parents?
Like,
Like, are my parents not normal because they're dead?
No. I mean, if anything, it's probably fairly normal in this world.
I don't know. Voralden's parents aren't dead. Nellick's parents aren't dead.
I thought Voralden said he saw your
Boravik's
parents.
parents aren't dead. Plato's parents. In fact, you're the only person with a dead parent, so
Oh,
you're the closest thing I got. Lehsair's parents aren't dead. Yeah, they're not dead. That's what the voice said.
parents is in like, to use my recently gained knowledge, they fucked and gave birth to you.
Yeah, that's how that works.
That is how, like, we all know that children come from sex. I'm not quite
Except
sure
for me,
what
I'm
sex
special.
is, but
You don't have to worry about it. So everyone, you know,
It's we'll tell you when you're older. Anyway.
okay.
we don't.
well,
Yeah, Escher community's crazy about that stuff. It's something.
But yeah, no, I think I was kind of just like formed by Mendis.
Yeah, that sounds right. Something about like a liquid lake
Something
of
like
metal
that.
or
Yeah.
something.
God.
Saw it for a little bit.
It's okay. I think Plato said that that's how all people came from originally, but
What?
like not with Mendis, but with the other gods.
Yeah, I think Mendis is
So
trying
like,
to make it
I
like
think it was
like how the Soul Forger
was
made
it
dwarves.
the Untamed or was it the other one, the magic one, the
Eldasair?
Eldasair. One of them made elves, I think.
Probably the Untamed.
I think the Aldasair did make elves.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
he's trying
That's
to
what
pull
I
an
thought.
Aldasair by making
And then
humans
like
too.
Aldasair made the Escher too.
The Soul Forger made the dwarves. I
Yes.
think. Yep.
The Dissension made devils.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, Mendis is trying to do one of those.
Yeah, so Mendis was just like, I'm gonna do that.
But he's
And
basing
he
it
made
entirely off of
Adras.
humans.
And they're called Adras.
Yeah,
And they're made of like metal or something.
it's
or a metal
a,
liquid or
it's a
something.
acronym for something that I can't remember.
He's like sometimes flesh and sometimes not. It's weird.
Like my bones sometimes heal back a little weird.
He'd can dent.
Also, I'm jacked.
I thought that
Really?
was unrelated.
I mean, who knows? I don't know. I've never seen another me.
Has Plato?
Yeah, though. I mean,
I've
apparently,
seen tons.
apparently he
had
fucked
like,
them.
Yeah. Which
That-
means
which
that
I-
he has lots of kids, I guess.
Now realizing I don't want to know the implications of that.
Listen, I don't want to be that one, but you know, just because
You said sex makes kids,
Right,
and that's
not-
what I've always been told.
Here, gotcha. Not every time.
Oh, okay. So it's like a work in progress thing. You have to do it enough times, and then it's like
Exact-
building a tree.
Sometimes
Probably.
yes, sometimes no.
like
Think it's like
building
a
a-
random chance.
So, Alosrin,
Yeah.
we're providing content now while they're unclogging the toilet.
Well, so we can go back to discussing about
Discussing.
the undead. Yes, discussion.
Yeah, about how.
Because, like, again, like imagine if Sigma Chi Coleman's soul was put into the undead. You could either obliterate it now and free it from its temporary torment, but ruin its chance at happiness or forever. Or we can wait and try and save his soul
I think.
so that way he can have infinite happiness. Like, Tanis is really afraid that his wife's soul has been
Maybe.
missing.
Maybe. That might have been our fault.
How would that be your fault? Because there's been lots
Okay,
of...
you remember that white that we fought?
I'm not going to ask.
That I talked about fighting?
Vaguely. I'm not... Look, I get it. You've killed undead, but alternatively, right, there's also the chance that that devil guy that Plato made a deal with, he's been making deals with other people like Goji.
Right.
So maybe Tanis' wife just came back like that,
knows?
right? Where there's a lot of potentials. But the point is, one of those undead could be my grandmother. I can't kill her.
I think.
I mean, I don't want to kill any of those souls, but
I'm just going back to the thing with Sigma Chi Coleman. It's. You could keep them around, I guess, on the off chance they find someone who might.
well, we already know
knowledgeable.
who we need to look for. We just don't have them right now.
I
I
think
mean, you guys have a paladin friend. I'm sure he can do it.
in an ideal world they would all be saved, but
I went away for no apparent reason, but what's up?
We're just talking about the zombie or the undead thing. Well, you know, we're
I think giving them.
waiting for Voralden to wake up or something.
Okay, he's still peeing.
I'm talking like Nellick, and I don't know why.
I'm trying to have a fucking philosophical talk with Alosrin about the why you should sometimes kill undead even though it's not ideal. Because I think giving them that peace, that release from that torment,
It's not even peace.
if well, at least an end
It's
to
nothingness.
that, yeah, an end to that torment. At the very least, even if it's not ideal, it is better than their current existence.
Well, sure, but by that logic, why don't we just kill all of us? Because
Well, it's different. No, what? Okay, never mind. Fucking, you know what? Fine, just don't kill any undead and just let them eat your flesh or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe enough of them will gather up until a nice juicy fireball would be the.
that's not the same.
Or like I don't know, your dark passenger or whatever takes over like Dexter, and then you start blasting.
Literally what happened. That was an out of character. If I was role playing good that day, but there was just so many of them, and they were all so low on health. It should have killed like.
For lack of better term, war is hell. Alosrin doesn't want to kill undead because there might be some way to bring them all back, but.
Well, I mean, some of the premise is that if you kill them specifically with, like, holy energy.
Like shattering.
You know, the voice in my head says I should be able to do that, in a sense.
Do you have holy magic?
Supposedly, but it's not fire, so I've been really struggling to use it, and
I mean, it's kind of like fire. Ledney did that. It was like fire, but
I mean,
not.
I mean, look at it this way. If you have some ability to do some radiant, then you, or like a holy energy, then you could probably save some of them. Probably couldn't save all of them if you're being overwhelmed by them, though.
Is this how you're going to multi-class into Paladin?
that wasn't my intention, but I guess so.
Anyways.
Well, I'll see if I can tap
right,
into my radiant powers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's the thing all dragons can kind of just do.
All dragons are in fact divine beings.
No. They
All,
think they are divine beings.
all dragons related to Jayden played characters happen to be divine beings.
Posh, anyways, you're back. What the fuck about the Lonely Lord and the Conclave?
They follow the conclave now. Like,
Well,
I
how do you
don't
know this?
Because
Why?
they gave up. They think the Untamed's dead. That makes perfect sense.
I brought this up when I told you the backstory. What
I don't think
happened.
you brought the
Backstory.
I don't remember re-bringing up the fucking Lonely Lord. I remember that being in the, was that in the
You
conversation?
said you caught them up, but
Yeah.
we don't know whether you said
Yeah,
what you said
I-
specifically. Maybe you missed
You
the
just
detail.
said you found the Conclave,
Yeah,
and they were enslaving people
Yeah.
that should have been
Yeah, I
dead.
haven't listened to the Voralden episode yet, so
Me neither.
That sounds about right.
Oh, that's
Like-
probably for the best.
That said, check out episode 39.5 where you can definitely find out what exactly happens with the Collapse Conclave.
Here, I'll find the soundbite.
Oh, joke's
Don't have
on
to
you.
put some.
That's not even my fault. It's not out yet.
Bam. On YouTube, at least.
Oh, on YouTube.
And
Okay.
that's the only thing I use. So.
Okay, my bad.
What the fuck is a Spotify?
Exactly. Every time I try and use it on my phone, it breaks
It's
the
free
fuck
on
out.
so many things.
Okay.
Audible.
Anyways.
You can listen to us on Audible.
It's so bad on Audible.
Okay,
And it's not because
any-
of like the quality. It's like just the mechanics of it. I don't know why it kept breaking every time I try and listen to it
Amazon
on
Music.
there. I don't know what that is.
How
How long do we have to take to get to the castle? How many hours?
you guys know it would probably take about. They didn't say it was a full day's march, which you guys know it's 8 hours for a full day's march, but it is very close to that.
Okay, so perfect. So we will have 4 hours.
Of real life podcast time.
You guys cannot long rest on the cart though,
I figured. Anyways.
but it'll be about 7 hours before you guys get there. There is a few wandering encounters you'll have to roll against, though.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
What does a 19 get us?
Do you want to deal with that?
No.
Kind of.
No.
For the bit, I just did it.
Voralden!
That's basically a 20, which means it's good.
Chris stop bit getting us into trouble.
The crisp bit of getting you guys
Sorry.
in trouble.
Chrisbit.exe launches get party into trouble.jpg.
While party not in trouble,
But
get party
19
into trouble.
good number mean good thing happen.
No.
It's okay, you guys. You don't have to worry about it because I don't even roll a d20 for the
Oh, thank God.
Think fuck.
for the.
I've seen wandering
table.
encounter charts that uses the d20. The 20 is always the worst.
Anyways.
Yeah. As you guys continue traveling along the way, I had mentioned previously that you had to deal with that sensor. Let me go ahead and also describe.
Immediately later.
It is not back up
Thank
immediately
God.
later. No, I wouldn't. That'd be cruel and wrong.
So maybe
They got,
Alosrin was the
they got spell
unintending
slots to
rat.
save. Or
Wait,
to spend.
wait. Alosrin was the rat, but he didn't know it.
Alosrin is the rat.
Fuck if I know.
Mark at you,
I'm not supposed to be able to describe me. I took off the tattoo.
It's not the same. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I figured it's not the same because
Yeah.
the tattoo was burning last time.
Yeah, that was a more potent scrying spell. That said, as you guys are traveling through this area, you guys see the gray, dark stone of the expansive cavernous tunnels begin to dwindle and warp to narrower pathways embellished with darker stained stones. The tepid air, damp with humidity, trickles soft needles of chilled air as the air grows cool along the pathway toward Castula. The instructions were clear enough to follow, though the tunnel itself serves unsteady for your wagon. Travel further ahead without measures taken could prove disastrous, as the pathway turns to loose rubble chunks of collapsed rock that have been overgrown with these vibrantly colored mosses and creeping vines. You guys get this slow growing sensation that has kind of peered to you, maybe since the time you were scryed upon, but you can't help but feel you're being watched. But despite these several attempts that you guys make, and this is letting you, despite several attempts take, you do not see any more of these sensors around you though. But it may just be the feeling that they were there once before that has brought this upon you. But you don't see any of these prying eyes. But you guys have come across a section where you see your cart, the wheels are basically gonna just bounce off and break if you start just dragging it along through here.
How heavy is it?
I was about to say the
That's
same thing.
It was like they're just gonna lift it up. That's
It's
what
not
they're
even
gonna
a
do.
question of how heavy it is. You would be threatened exhaustion for how far you'd have to carry it. You still gotta go a few miles.
Or is there another path?
I mean, if it's 100 pounds.
we like
It is not 100 pounds.
make a sled for it?
How would you do that?
Is it 200 pounds?
Whatever. I don't know.
That's probably around like 400.
I mean, if there's no other path around, we're gonna have to go through here.
Yeah, as a direct way to Castula, not really. There's not.
Okay.
See, this would be a time where I go, Plato, do you have a spell for this? And he goes, no.
check it out.
Plato does respond with no. Boravik also says
Okay,
no.
I guess that's also true, but
Boravik, who could just take off his Nitro 9001s and let the wagon ski across the ground,
Actually,
says no.
Okay.
hey, but now we know in the future when Boravik is here,
I mean, we could just
that's how we
park the
solve the
wagon
problem.
here. What's in it that we really need?
The wagon.
We need the wagon to transport the lodestones.
We do. But what if we have a vest of holding?
Fuck, you right. How heavy are lodestones?
You don't know. You never ask.
Fuck.
She did
Enough
send you
to
with
fit
a
in this
wagon
cart.
worth. So if you guys can reverse calculate how much this wagon would hold,
Well,
you
we
can
would ask
guesstimate.
Plato
I
to
can't
do
do
that
that.
because he's intelligent, but
It reminds him too much of time, so he says no.
Okay.
That's
what
fair.
if? Okay, how big
That's
is?
fair.
How
Boravik
big?
can get it, but you know
he's also going
he's
to
counting
say
to 14.
He's 15 now,
15. Sorry,
Question.
my bad.
sir.
How big is the wagon?
Uh-huh.
Large.
It is a large.
I'm trying to think. Like, what if we take some I don't know,
Keep going, cook.
like bedrolls or something, and put them under the wheels to cushion it. It'd probably fuck up the bedrolls, but like,
Yeah, if you guys got the bedrolls to spare. You guys have bedrolls?
you have a bedroll?
I do, and I don't even sleep, so
Yeah, okay. That's
You take one of the bedrolls off.
Hey, Miss Nellick, do you have a bedroll?
No, guys, I haven't had supplies.
Oh yeah, sure.
I don't have money.
You're right.
If anything, this one's on you guys. I definitely did not have the money to buy supplies. I did ask about it, though.
I mean, we don't need tents.
I mean, how far are we from the castle?
Probably a few
Miles.
hours.
Yeah, if you live in the dark now, you don't need tents.
We got tents. We can just cut them up.
But how far from the castle are we?
We'll say
Miles.
a sleeping bag takes 1 wheel. You got 4 wheels to work with, and a tent takes 2. A tent deals with 2.
How many tents do we
They are
have?
2 people tents.
Yes, that's why it does
Well, we
2.
have 2 tents.
You want to just use the tents? All right, fuck it.
All right, erase your
Buy
tents
more
from your
later.
character sheet.
And that would protect the wheels.
Yes.
Okay. Yay.
All right, so you cover up your guys' wheels with tents.
We gotta get out of the only other option I can think of is to just take the fucking wheels off. Like,
And glide it? See, so this is where I once again go to, we go to Plato and be like, Plato, do you got a spell for this? And I would be like, Tinster's floating disc, and he would go, no.
yeah,
Sorry, he would also go, the fuck's a disc?
Tinter's floating, not a good spell.
Tinster's floating doesn't deal damage.
Tinter's floating, waste of a spell slot.
Spencer's floating dick. Got him.
Holy shit. That would be a good spell, though.
Nellick, you see he starts picking up a couple of the different fungi as your guys is walking through of all the different brightly colored ones.
Nice.
He starts pocketing them differently all over the place, and he's
That's a very Voralden moment.
he looks like he's very happy during this too. He's like, guys, there's so many it's such a rich like flora environment right now. Look at it. It's like a live ecosystem.
This is like his enrichment
While I'm
activity.
sitting on Lehsair and we're traveling, I'll just be meditating, trying to commune with the forces of our powers and tap into my actual abilities.
trying to reach out.
Yes.
All right.
In a metaphorical sense. And not in a literal, I'm casting the spell sense.
Oh, okay. In a metaphorical sense, you're trying to do it. You can't. Can you?
In
I think you can cast the spell.
Yes.
Oh, are you casting it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
yeah.
risking it.
Oh yeah,
fun.
because you can get
A little silly.
I'm not sure if I actually can go insane from it.
It's when you use the regular way you can't, but when you spell slot it.
It's unclear, and I'm just not going to bother with it because it's all flavor.
It's all flavor.
It's all flavor.
It's all flavor and information. This campaign's on a clock, so Jayden can't just drown me out of information about the world.
I'm not trying to drown you out of information. It is literally all flavor. My feature says I can turn my sword into radiant damage. I just choose to ignore that and not even write it on the character sheet.
Heads or tails?
Because it's not
Tails.
fire damage, and it's about the flavor. That's it.
I attune to the Dark Blade.
The what?
Oh.
Fuck!
Wait, what?
The what?
Will you read the description for the Dark Blade?
Okay, before you do that, the last time I attuned to a demon sword, I had to beat the shit out of it. and
We're
almost
about
killed
to
me.
go to war. I'm real sad. We're
killed my
talking about
dad.
the Lonely Lord.
You brought him up!
Yeah, I know.
Cut my
Also, we
life
still don't know what
into-
the whip does.
Yeah,
What,
we
Indiana
do.
Jones.
Yeah, we do. I have it here.
He's got it now.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the whip does. You what?
A +2 short sword that deals an additional d6 poison on hit once per day, can cast invisibility as a bonus action, Curse, when attuned to this weapon, disadvantage on perception checks, and as dark shadows around you create a general sense of paranoia, and at the end of the long rest, roll the long-term madness effect. The effect lasts until the
Hey,
end of
don't!
the long rest.
Don't.
For the viewers, what does it say?
Yeah, for the viewers, can you clarify that little bit at the end there?
Well, you see, at the end of the long rest.
No,
roll
like
for a
not as
long-term
if you're
madness
a
effect,
pilot,
probably.
but as if
you
you're
roll for
a...
a long-term madness.
Yes, you roll for a long-term madness.
Hey, Brown, what are you doing? What's that?
What's what?
He's already insane. It doesn't matter.
You see at the he
damage.
finishes his short rest, and he's just had it pocketed at his side for a little bit, but he just pulls out from its sheath the ebony-looking blade, that short blade, and you have no idea what this fucking is. A short.
What the
blade.
fuck is that?
It looks like a literal black block to you, and you
I
don't
don't even know
what-
when we got it. Like,
It is a.
I don't either. I wasn't there. Y'all just were like, here's
You
the
guys
dark
got
blade.
this from the one of the Escher you killed
the
when
dead
fighting
ones?
Krista.
Okay.
Why the fuck did we give that to him?
Alosrin gave that to
Do we
him.
know it was cursed?
Alosrin did know it was cursed.
Why'd you give it to him? Hey, Alosrin, what the fuck?
Look, don't ask current Alosrin about past Alosrin actions.
No, I will. What the fuck, man?
Well, look, I told you, I don't even remember where we got it. The simple answer
need to
is
write
it was
this down.
probably Alosrin Sol was a short sword, and knew Voralden used short swords, and gave him a short sword.
Not thinking about the curse.
I don't even know. Alosrin doesn't know how to know if things are cursed. Like, he literally doesn't, which means that Plato would have had to say it was cursed, and there's a decent chance Alosrin forgot. Plus, last time we gave you a cursed thing, you used it, so that's clearly not off the table.
That doesn't mean it's okay. I had to beat the shit out of the sword.
That hadn't happened yet.
We're about to go to war. Like
Nothing bad had happened with
this one doesn't have a demon in it.
That you know of.
Nothing bad had
can
happened
just
with the
unattune
demon
to it.
weapon that you had, as far as Alosrin knew, because he never saw you and Plato fight it.
Yeah, I mean,
He missed that session.
he did really want to possess you, though.
The demon sword?
Yeah.
Because I really wanted him to possess me too, so.
I mean, he probably wanted to possess you because he would take you and he would walk straight into Beza and you would die.
And we would kill Beza.
Yeah, sure,
Our
sure.
powers combined.
With the power of Bay.
Look, I got my cool sword. It lets me cast an extra spell, and it is a +2 weapon.
I have the
Oh yeah,
hand-
is your +1 weapon or 2?
+2.
+2 weapon gang, high five.
Yeah.
Anyways, I have this hand wraps that my dad gave
Well,
me.
yeah, but he needs 2 weapons. So.
Anyways, Raul,
Yeah,
what
and mine
is
lets me
this?
cast a spell, and
Wait a minute.
that's
What's that thing you got there?
Nothing.
You just have like a
It's to
black
pull up the giant
block.
stat block that it
Okay,
is.
everyone's got magic weapons. Can I have a magic weapon?
Do you use? I mean, I think it's mainly just as we come across them and find them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
we don't have
yeah.
like.
Nobody else is here. I already did the hammer thing with Boravik. Mm-hmm. And now I moved on to the Adras thing, right?
Yeah, okay.
What is the address thing?
Where I'm not using swords, but I'm using gauntlets
Oh.
for flavor purposes.
Ooh.
Using punching
You know how
gauntlets?
to punch.
For flavor purposes.
Oh, okay.
Fun.
You can use the Nellick Druid staff.
And eventually we'll
Oh
hypothetically.
yeah, you can use a staff like me.
Yeah, like you.
That's
Switch over to
cool.
Plato.
Plato doesn't use a staff.
Yeah, he uses a book.
He did for a while.
Use a staff to jump. I don't use it as a weapon that much, but staffs are neat.
Look, and eventually I'll hypothetically loop around to using a whip when I feel like getting to know Voralden better.
Flame whip. Whip.
He's not that bad. I honestly, he knows a lot about
I think
plants
he's
too.
just like
I'm sure he
severely
does.
damaged as a person.
Yeah, it just looks like he's seen some shit. Look, he's like glowing in a
He's-
dark
Yeah,
aura right
I'm
now.
aware. He's
He's-
seen
what?
plenty of shit.
Yeah,
that one's new.
whatever happened to you, Voralden, in general? I haven't heard the whole story.
Oh, you haven't heard the story.
I've heard like the very one-sided, he killed all your people.
Yes.
You'd have to ask him about that.
Well, we're in a public place.
He motioned to me and told me to zip my lips. So
Okay.
It's pretty simple.
It's nothing against you,
Voralden
Nellick. It's confidential.
It's
Killed all my
confidential from
people.
who?
The
Me for a while.
Sovereign.
you see, Voralden doesn't like opening up about his feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
know.
likes telling you in the middle of a dungeon while
Voralden, for the longest time, I didn't do that too. And then you guys bullied me into talking about my feelings.
I guess that works.
What?
I mean, I also kind
So
of
we
like
should bully
was.
Voralden?
Oh, wait, no. I'm not saying that was a good thing.
I mean, I kind of pressured myself into thinking I had to take on responsibility for the group, and that led to me making a deal with the demon sword. So,
Yeah, but you did have to take on responsibility for the group.
well, yeah, but I was like,
Otherwise, Voralden was going to,
I was closing it up more than I
or
should have.
Plato, or Boravik. And I'm gonna be real. I think you're the best suited here, or me, and I'm really not.
Long story
I'm
short,
15.
I let my
I'm 16 now.
dispel doubt for the gods, to let my deep-seated feelings of inadequacy lead myself to make a deal with the demon. And that's not good.
You know, you have a good, like, vibe about you when you're not, like, you know, on fire.
So Plato, how's your dad?
Alosrin just actually laughs.
I think it's talk with that crow.
Wait,
or
are you
something
trying to,
about
like, push the topic off of yourself? I mean,
No,
that's what
I
I
would
would
never.
do. In
him.
most
You
cases.
totally would.
Yeah,
I
this
would
is
never.
exactly
You
what
totally
you would
would.
do. I don't know you enough personally, so
You
I
see,
can't.
you see, Voralden.
Look, if you want to know something about Voralden, you can just ask me. I think I about know him as well as everyone else in the group at this point.
Voralden, why don't you tell me about your relationship with your mother real quick?
It's pretty good, actually.
Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, yeah. Never mind.
Right? Mothers are just the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
We
would
should
know
be getting
that.
to the castle
totally.
soon, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I mean, it's only been like 30 minutes. I'm kidding.
Is Mendes my mom?
It's been a couple hours, guys.
He's your dad.
No, Sigma Kai Colvin's my dad. Do I have two dads?
Yes.
Neat.
Well, I
parents are
mean,
gay.
technically, if Mendis is your dad, then you gotta have a mom somewhere, right?
No.
I think it was more like asexual reproduction in that case. Like
He's
how
like a
frogs.
a
do it.
trebuchet. He was built.
Oh.
I'm kind of flattered they compare me to a trebuchet. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No,
You
that's like
throw
Mendis'
things like
biggest
one.
thing when
Thank
it comes
you.
to town. He says he fucks.
Who
Plato's
fucks?
thing is
No, Mendis says that.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Mendes.
Classic Mendes.
Yeah, he
Ba-dum.
probably does say he fucks.
so we should be at the castle soon, yeah?
We're definitely getting closer.
You see, I think
yeah.
we're gonna be
Yeah,
at the
you guys are
castle once we
distracting me.
work
It goes
through
back to
Voralden's
meditating.
issues real quick. Listen, man, we gotta get there at some point.
Yeah, we will after we
No, to
finish
the
this war.
No, we gotta get to the castle at some point.
Yeah.
To get to that, we have to get through your castle.
This is gonna look really cool. Sorry.
What's gonna look really cool?
Well, you'll find out when we get to a combat with the undead.
Well, let's get going to the undead.
Okay.
Say less.
Oh yeah, let's progress the session instead of just
That's why-
rambling and doing
That is
RP
why-
for like an hour.
That is what I keep saying, man. We should be getting to the castle pretty soon.
Yeah, but they keep talking, so I have...
So how about that castle?
Oh my, okay.
There's only the three of us. I don't know what to do, man.
Okay.
Just the three of us.
We could make them.
God damn it, shut up.
You guys, having pulled away from and covered your tires for your cart, you guys push forward towards Castula. The cold air leaves the environment sullen and forgotten beyond the overgrowth that's existed here. The stillness of death wrought by the grounds preceding Castula beckons you forward like a crow's call of lament. Across Enthria, very few pursue the arts of necromancy, as you guys know now. And those that do usually pursue it for restorative magic, rather than what is clearly overridden here. The area reeks of death. You guys know now that an encounter with the undead is often a very unforgiving thing. The creatures of them are abhorrent, and you know if you take the quote-unquote unlife from one of these creatures, it's afforded oblivion, essentially. Its soul is gone. You rip it from its body. You are not necessarily the person that does that, but because you did not conjure that soul into that body, but you are still the one that vanquishes it. It is a very proud thing, I'm sure. The sense of dread brought to you from that is, it is a guilt that weighs on your conscience. You don't know what irreparable damage it'll do to your soul in general. Taking these lives, presuming you kill undead, you may not have a problem with them.
I mean, I think Adras has probably killed too many people for this to make any noticeable difference.
Looking back at the deep scales.
The deep scales, the war.
As you pass small forgotten tombstones with names faded from their surface, you see the gates to the great necropolis. Their blackened iron fencing enclose the endway of your tunnel, where a gate stands gently rocking inward and outward on its own fruition, letting the pungent tinge of squeaking upon your ears. There's the green flames that sit coolly stirring in the windless causeway, their sickening radiance only seeming to chill the air more than the clutching sconces. A gatekeeper sits quietly at the gates that don't quite close properly, a crude fixing of rotten meat at their side. The figure is gaunt, one eye bulging, unnaturally enlarged, their dark robes silhouetting a slightly disfigured form beneath. The figure sits there, waiting off in your distance. You guys can see them, a large eye just looking off towards the ground, every once in a while taking a bite from whatever that mystery meat on the plate is that has long since gone down. You guys have made it to the gates to Castula.
Yui.
Castula.
I'll let you guys proceed from there.
So do we just like walk in?
Alosrin breaks from his meditation now that we've arrived. I think I can do it.
Believe in you.
Thanks.
Do what?
Nothing. Don't worry about it, Nellick. We'll figure it out.
All right.
In Castula.
Do we just like go in through the front gate? I mean, seems chill.
Yeah, you guys, you want to walk up to the gatekeeper or just walk?
We have to go through Castula. Yeah, we gotta go in, come out the other side.
You do have to go through
If we can
Castula.
go get through here
Can we
friendly.
see how big of a castle is Castula?
You don't see the castle grounds itself
Castula
yet. You see
Vania.
the gate and what you can only assume is a courtyard. And you don't see the end of the courtyard.
That's what I wanted to know.
Wait, does the castle go all the way up to like the roof of the cave?
The ceiling of it does not open up high enough yet. It is all lower portion of the cave still. There's still a ceiling. The gate is the way through here. It is blocked off by this metal iron.
My thought was I'm pretty sure we could all just like
Assuming
maybe
the gate
debatably
goes up to the
go
ceiling?
above the castle.
The fencing.
Because I can wall run, he can fly on Lehsair, Voralden can spider climb, and Plato and Boravik can fly. And Nellick can turn into like a bird or something.
Actually,
You can turn into fog.
yeah. Which is debatably slower.
Yeah, but then you don't have to go up. You can just go through.
The point still stands. We could probably just go over the
Regardless,
castle.
the gate is up to the wall of the cavern, or the roof of the cavern.
Well,
so
yeah,
we
but
have to
still.
go through the gate.
But
At
once
least
we're
the
there,
gate.
might as well say hi to the
We
gatekeeper.
always start things peacefully. I'm going to approach the gatekeeper on Lehsair.
I'll follow.
You guys approach up, wagon in tow, the whole group of you, and you see the gatekeeper puts down his little mystery meat sub sandwich that's beyond rotten. Well, it looks like there's pickles on it, but they're like growing different hairs.
Eating fresh, I see.
What does he look like as far as species go?
Why, you some kind of speciesist?
Just like to know.
You would, at some point in his life, you would probably have considered this man either like a human or a dwarf, but he's so small and weirdly his body is distorted in different ways. He's beyond what you'd consider
Frankenstein-like.
human. Very giving vibes of like a stitched together entity.
Neat.
You don't see any stitching on him though. His body just looks warped.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Who comes to the gates of Castula?
I am Alosrin. This is Lehsair. This is Voralden,
I'm Adras.
Plato, Boravik, Nellick. This is our cart. We need to pass through to get to, what is the area called? The Lodestone area.
The place with the lodestones.
Okay. You seek beyond the gates, beyond the cities.
Either.
Let me see. He starts fidgeting around through his bag, through a small bag on his side, and he looks back up to you guys. I will take 3 then.
3 what?
Sacrifices.
How big do they
What
have
do
to
you-
be?
What? How big?
Yeah, is it like people?
Oh, adventurous one.
I'm literally just asking to be curious. I mean, like, could it be like, I don't know, 3
What are we sacrificing?
pigs?
Like 3 gold?
3 humans.
I don't think we have 3 humans among us.
We don't. And also,
I think it's just him. He's the only human here.
he's only half a human.
Yeah. That even if he counted me as well, that'd only be 2.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
No humans?
No.
None.
Oh.
I'm
0 humans.
I'm a special thing. He's like half human. And everyone else is obviously non-human.
All right. 3
We don't have 3 of the same thing.
elves.
Can we negotiate for
We don't have 3 elves.
kobolds?
There's 1.
No, weak Kobolds weak.
What if we got like 6 kobolds?
We could just like hunt some Escher if we want to be morbid about it.
And you wish to travel through?
Just
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
Passing through, nothing else.
Do you have invitation from the Lord,
Who's the Lord?
No.
the Count of the land?
I've met a count.
Which Count have you met?
I've met Count Mothula.
That's not the true Count.
Who's the true count?
Count von Draculich.
Draculich, very nice.
Wasn't he,
Oh, he was the Mothula's handler.
is he Mothula's handler?
Yes.
Oh, then
He
we
is my
kind of
master.
met him in passing, you know.
Yeah, we hung out.
You guys were just there at the same event.
We saw him at the moth
Yeah,
race.
that's the moth
Yeah, we were at
race.
the moth race together. We
no.
competed.
Yeah, he'll
You know
us.
this land now is of mourning after the defeat.
Oh, well, I mean, it was all just good fun. It's not like you're or Lampy McLowface, who
Oh, yeah, fucking Lampy McGo.
that was really tragic.
Yeah.
So many.
You know the Count, then.
Yeah, vaguely.
Mothula did
Then you have
die.
formal invitation.
Well, we don't, but maybe if you like let him know that we were here,
Yeah.
he'd be willing to. He'd be like, yeah, we know them.
Yeah.
Wait here.
Okay, cool.
And you see he hobbles off. You see he closes the gate, and as it closes, you guys actually see like a glimmer of light goes up the gate, and almost like this faint glow goes over it, and then it dissipates in the moment, and then he walks away. The gates are closed at the moment.
So question.
Gate dissipates and then
Like a light appears over it and then
We
dissipates.
don't even have 3 elves among us, do we?
No.
Yeah. We're fucked. We don't have 3 of the same thing. It's hilarious.
You guys wait about 10
In
minutes.
general, I'm opposed to living sacrifices, but I mean, the kobolds seem to not actually die.
I mean, you'd probably be fine with
So,
sacrificing Gesha.
No.
We can
You
do
want to
three-
kill them?
We can do 3
Well,
bunnies.
I want to destroy them. There's a difference.
Yeah, and they're being destroyed, so we can go through.
Not the same.
You see he,
Actually, not being killed or being sacrificed is a difference.
he comes back to you guys. My master has spoken to me. He opens back up the gate and steps back outside. He'll only require 2 sacrifices from you all for entry.
Is there any, like, restrictions on these sacrifices?
He barred the restrictions, but you must see his court.
Okay, so kobold?
What?
So kobold. So they're
I'm not bar you whatever sacrifices you want.
Oh, okay.
we can make
As long as
bunnies.
it's not
We can make what?
Josh.
bunnies.
What?
We have a bunny
We also
charm.
can do bunnies, but
That too. The kobold and the bunny?
I go back to the behind the cart, and I pull out a bunny,
Yeah.
and I come back from my eyes like, will this one do?
Where the fuck
If
did
we
you
get a
get
second
that?
one afterwards.
Yes, that should work.
All right. Voralden, you got to do it.
Banui.
You stab the bunny and it just... And then you see another little charm appears on the bracelet.
All right, let me go grab the second one.
Are you going to get a...
Alosrin goes behind the cart to grab the second one.
what are you grabbing a second one of?
A bunny.
Okay. So right now it has 4 charms on it.
If you eat
Brings out the
rabbits, it's
thing,
actually good
and
luck.
he hands it to
apparently.
Voralden, and he just walks away.
And he pulls the bunny.
There's
he
like some
hands you the
weird
bunny
thing
again.
in the proteins.
And you stab the bunny. As it dies again, another charm appears on the bracelet.
That's mildly ominous.
As
So cruel.
you
I don't disagree.
you see he looks at it and he's like, yes, these... Wait. That was just spirit. That was not a real animal.
What? Come on.
You said it would count. You
it
made
would
me
count.
kill 2 of them.
I thought they were real, but
You
that's,
made
that's
it.
no body. I need
I
body.
showed you the thing. It wasn't even I didn't have to roll deception.
I need body.
You made me kill 2. It has to at least count for 1.
Roll a persuasion check.
22.
All right. Rules were not defined well. It counts as 1.
Thank you.
All right. Well, what's one other thing we could have to the group? God, if I still had the crow box. Although that probably still falls
Well,
under
we
the
could
same
get a
stipulation.
kobold if Plato was feeling more compromising today.
We'll see if
What if he sacrifices his crow?
That's a fair point.
I don't think he can, and no one
Right,
else
also
sees the
still
crow,
scared.
so...
Yeah, I know.
Unless, do you see this supposed crow?
I do not see a crow.
Okay, see, exactly.
All right, well, I'll be back. I'm gonna go find an animal in the Underdark.
Okay.
Something
Yeah,
small.
I was like, wait, can
untrappable.
Nellick actually help you guys?
Yeah. This is really fucking funny.
I'm gonna go find
is
like
fucked
a
up.
It's fucked up,
rust
that's funny.
monster.
You know what the worst part is? I had an awful dream before coming here. Before I woke up
Was it
to
about
leave for
killing
this.
bunnies?
No, it was about killing a pet though.
Aww.
I woke up and I was like, I woke up being sad because I had to kill the pet.
Aww.
Nellick will come with you and he'll cast Speak with Animals to help call for animals.
Fuck.
I will search for something.
Yeah, roll a survival check with advantage.
An aminal.
Oink. Oink. Thanks, Nellick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're not
Cry
that
tears
bad.
of sadness.
You only say that when I help you with something.
Is a, oh, never mind, that's a 16. I forgot
16?
I have a fucking 11 to that.
What? Wait, 16 or 16 plus 11?
No, 16.
16, I rolled a 5.
Yeah, you guys find a little hooping bat. It's a little bat where its wings are basically tied together at the top, and in order to fly, it spins around in a circle, and it flies like one of those little cups that you throw, like when you tie paper together and throw like the cup. That's how they fly. So you could kind of get one on your wrist like a bracelet, and when it goes on,
Yoink.
like when you grab it, it just goes whoop whoop.
Hell yeah.
Ball up.
So you return back with a little hooping bat. It makes deadpan eye contact with the Alos, and it goes whoop whoop.
He can't.
Is this good?
Whoop, whoop. And he's like,
circle of
yes,
life.
this is good. Whoop, whoop.
Lehsair, Voralden, please can I have the bat?
Here, I passed the dead bat to him.
No, you gotta give it to
Sorry.
No, you
Lehsair
gotta give
eats
it to
the
the
bat.
guy. You gotta give it to the guy, don't
Yeah,
you?
I did need that. You can't eat
No,
that.
you didn't need the other ones.
I have this. Well, I couldn't. There was no body.
Give him the bat. Give him the bat. Give him the bat.
I'm gonna go get another bat.
Oh my fucking god.
You come back with another baby bat. Oh, sorry, it's a baby now.
Okay.
Is this good?
Can't do this.
Yes, this is.
I can't do this.
Illustrate.
Okay.
Earmuffs. Earmuffs.
Walls up, walls up, walls up, walls up.
Earmuffs.
Halo's written.
Earmuffs. Okay. I give it to the guy. Oh, sorry.
And so that's how I learned how to read Halo's written if you're listening, which you should be listening to this
Yes,
instead of
this
whatever
should
else
be
is
all
here.
fine.
Okay, Illustrator, you're good now. Earmuffs. There you go.
Oh, buddy.
I brought back like 3 hooping bats.
They're
What does
friends.
that mean?
The little hooping bat. You didn't see a hooping bat?
What do you mean you brought them back?
Oh, they like get on your wrist and start sucking your blood. That's what they do.
Oh.
No, they're like leeches level sucking your blood. You're not gonna get hurt. They're too small.
Could you like
then
use
they
them to
get
like?
and their
AIDS.
bones are too gentle.
Could you use them to do bloodletting?
Yeah, actually, you probably could.
Oh, neat.
He's got a bracelet full of hooping bats right now.
Oh, hell yeah. Anyways, can we come in now?
Yes, you guys can come in.
All right, thank you for being so agreeable.
Of course, it's my job as the gatekeeper. You
Yes.
guys paid your dues somewhat.
You're doing a very good job, I believe.
And he opens the gate for you guys and lets you in, and then closes it behind you. And you see the magic seal goes over it once again.
Neat. We can do this peacefully after all.
I can lead you towards the Count's estate,
That would be very appreciated.
barring you guys are true to your word.
Yes, of course.
Well, the agreement
Yeah.
was
This way. You are all undead, correct?
Define undead.
Of the land of the unliving.
I am from another
I
land.
wish I was dead.
That could possibly be
mean,
defined
what
as the
is
unliving,
life?
yeah.
If not the death of hope.
I mean, you think that guy actually died and came back,
Voralden,
so...
say something edgy.
You do
What
have
is
shadows
life?
coming around you.
If not the edge of a razor blade.
I would be dead if I didn't have these guys on my wrist right now. Actually, my blood is kind of getting a little woozy. Well, Either way, as long as you guys are undead, you should be fine.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Just this way.
Cool.
Be mindful of your step.
Will do.
Going straight to the bus room.
The grave grabbers might reach at your legs.
Oh, neat. The little guys.
But again, we're all undead here, right?
Yeah.
All right, then we should be good.
Hypothetically, if we were not, would any other precautions need to be taken?
The Necropolis is only open for the undead anyways.
Oh, what if you're just passing through, though?
Do you have written invitation from the Lord of the land? The
Kind
Count?
of. We have verbal invitations.
Did you? I did tell the Lord that you all were undead coming
are.
here.
I think you're just being hypothetical for some reason.
Yes. Yes.
A whole lot of undead
I just
around
was
here.
curious, like, if
Outside
there was
of
a
here.
different path we'd want to take.
For the plebeians among us.
You are looking to get through to where?
The
Lodestone
place where the
area.
lodestones are.
The Reckoning Scar.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. You're being very kind. I
Of
appreciate that.
course. The only the living that pass beyond these gates have to worry about the citizens.
Well, I'm sure we won't need to worry about nothing. Anyways, I guess go time to meet our Lord.
Out of character, we might just be walking into a death trap, but you know.
Well, hold on. Hypothetically, we had to go meet him anyway, so we're just starting with the boss fight and going in the reverse.
Why do we have to meet him?
Because he asked us to. That was part of the deal.
Yes.
Fair, yeah.
Well, it was on after you said who you were and how you met him.
Okay, I'm just retracing steps here.
I mentioned kindred souls of,
Yes.
or kindred unsouls
Yeah.
of the races.
Mm-hmm.
He was very curious about the other undead that were there.
Yes.
Yeah, so that reminds me, do any of y'all remember what Dracular?
Draculich.
Draculich looks
Count
like?
Von Dracula.
He's like a. Is he? Yeah, I remember.
Was he a gnome?
No.
No,
Okay.
he was a Draculich.
He is exactly how Chris described him, which is
Cliche Dracula.
Okay.
But a lich.
he has the mustache.
He's got like a
he did have the
skeleton head
mustache. Like,
with a mustache? Like 'cause
Have
it's
you
a
kids seen the
classic
movie
lich, you know, it's
Nosferatu?
He's just Nosferatu.
Nosferatu, but a skeleton with a mustache.
Okay, so he's just a...
no, he's just straight up a skeleton.
With a mustache.
Like your classic skeleton, but he's got a mustache, like a big bushy mustache.
The only reason
And
you,
fangs,
he,
of course.
he wears someone else's skin when he goes places, so
Oh.
in a very loosely gross way.
That's pretty disgusting, that's for sure. Anyways,
And it was only fun going in.
My master is a very understanding individual.
Yes.
I'm sure he is.
And he, you guys are kind of walking along this pathway through this graveyard, and you start to feel little shakes within the ground, little tremors. And at first you're like, oh, it's just Boravik's shoes, but then you see hands coming up every once in a while.
I'm gonna be like,
in tow of you guys.
I don't know, like skipping partially for like nerves, partially to avoid the hand if they're trying to grab at me.
What's the skies looking like right now?
As the ceiling opens up above your guys' head, before coming upon Castula itself, the main castle, you guys see there are large stalactites that basically push down from above, and many different. The castle that extends upward most of the way. It looks like up on top of the ballast. The upper rampants of the walls of the castle, you guys see what looked like a large draconic creature. It is a large dragon, but it is made entirely of bone.
Ah, a bone dragon, neat.
Roll a perception check.
If I had to guess based on the surroundings, it's unalive.
That's what I'm afraid of.
It's Draculich's Draculich.
Shit, I'll take it. 16.
You are staring at it for a long time, and you have the faintest idea that you see it move a little bit. You don't know if it's the paranoia of the land or what, but you think you see it move.
Think if there's anything made of bones here, it's alive.
It is resting upon the wall, the upper wall of the castle.
He's just being sleepy.
Sleepy.
You see, if you just distract yourself with the fact that everything
Well, there's
going
no
to be
eyes,
fine.
so you can't tell if it's sleeping or not.
Nah,
you
it's
are
like-
looking at a skull.
I hope it stays sleepy.
and all the bones are weirdly connected still, and bones without matter would just kind of, or without anything in between, would fall apart. So it's
Lehsair
really
think of
weird
this?
that it is just sitting in a perfect skeleton upon the
That's a good
wall.
point. What does Lehsair think of this? Does she think it's alive?
Well, Lehsair is run by you.
So yes.
So Lehsair thinks it's alive.
Neat. Distract yourself with the fact that everything's gonna be fine. Don't think about it too much. We're gonna be out here in no time. We're gonna be going home soon.
Yes, my master usually, when he entertains guests, he holds them for a feast.
Ooh, what kind of feast?
Feasts.
There's a lot of different feasts.
I love
out there.
feet.
A feast of food.
Ooh, what kind of food?
The kind of
Lot
food
of
that
foods.
these people like to eat.
Exactly.
Is it like
Many proteins. Rich proteins.
rich proteins? I think I'm picking up what you're putting
sure the
down.
juicier-
Can I insight him to see if he's talking about like people?
I'm sure
You could roll an
Insider
insight
vibe
check.
check.
the juicier,
You can insight
the
check this.
better.
Cool. That is an insight.
46.
29. 19.
Yeah, you can't. For one, you can't get a good vibe on this guy because he sounds like the exact same on most.
I don't think he has vibes.
he doesn't have a vibe.
Yeah.
Although with your insight check, you could definitely tell he's inferring. He may be inferring something to do with like they eat like probably people here. But that said, he is referring to rich protein, so it could also be like large cattle or something like that.
Then a challenge.
We established that the
But you do not see a lot of cows around.
skies are mostly clear, minus the giant potential dragon on the wall.
Yeah, for the most part, they look pretty clear. There does appear to be like gas vapors that float around, but you don't know what to think of those.
Random question,
Yeah.
just on the note of feasts for the undead. For those guests who do not have such things such as hunger, what do they do during the feast?
The creatures that don't have hunger,
Yes.
like the undead, like you all,
Yes. Well,
or do you hunger still as undead?
there's different kinds of undead with different kinds of hungers, you know.
Yes. How sophisticated of undead are you?
I mean, it's...
I believe I'm very.
I kind of built up to my master that you were pretty sophisticated.
Pretty
I
right?
like to believe I'm pretty sophisticated.
pretty sophisticated. Like, it's
Like
a little
believe that
numb, not
Medusas are
quite like it
people.
was, but, you know, I mean, if anything, I just like doing it because it
The
helps keep me
ones
sane.
like that don't require certain foods, they eat the rotten flesh, as it's the closest thing to getting taste
Neat. Cool.
they can afford.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Other than that, they also do prefer fresh flesh.
I'm sure, we'll just
Cool,
talk
cool.
with Draculich about our
Predicament.
Yes.
our time crunch that we're kind of on.
Yeah, we
and
are
I'm
on a
sure
time
we'll
crunch.
be excused or something.
I mean, we could probably stay for like a little bit, just like chat, but I don't know if we can stay for the whole
Adras,
shebang.
let's
The
just get into
necropolis of Castula has not had open borders for a long time now.
Yes.
To accept guests is a rare occasion for my count.
Well, aren't we honored?
I'm quite honored
Let's
indeed,
meet
given
him.
the circumstances.
I'm sure he would love to have
Adras is
guests
somehow being really chill role-playing as an
for
undead.
dinner.
I don't know how he's doing it.
Lehsair's just gonna kind of like try and hover above the ground as
Yes, your pony here. What do you wish for me to do for that while you travel in throughout the castle?
if you could just keep him safe. He is alive, but we needed him for taking the wagon because it would just be a hassle otherwise.
I
So,
will
like-
take it to the stable.
Okay, thank you. And I guess through this door here is where we'll meet our gracious lord.
Right before you. And you see he gestures before you guys. You see a large, like classic style double doors that are 3 times the size of you that open inward. And he just like, right this way, of course.
Organ music starts playing.
Yeah.
Alucard shows up. Castlevania.
As you guys
What are
enter,
we, some kind of vampire survivors?
as the door pushes open, you guys see within, you see several different spectral creatures floating around through here, ghosts. And you probably see the occasional specter. They seem to be like going invisible at some points, but same with like random floating objects you can tell are probably a poltergeist. And this is a very elusive, you can actually tell that versus what your character knows. A lot of floating spirits are around you guys right now. And there's like a weird spirit waltz that's going on. And you guys are just thrusted right into the middle of it. Every once in a while, one of them floats through you guys, just completely invading your space.
That just seems rude even for a spirit.
Nah, that's aight.
And you see, you guys see in like the grand entrance of it, walking down from like a double staircase. You see the Count von Draculich. He is floating down from the second story. You see he's floating down the stairs very slowly, and then he looks down at all of you. Welcome to Castula.
I bow. Thank you, Lord.
I'm having guests for dinner tonight.
Maybe.
We've brought in many living individuals. Please,
Want you to be the Gondorians.
right this way. You guys do see, sitting, opening up at the top of the ceiling just above you, a coffin just opens up in a double door, and you guys see the wings of Count Mothula take flight from above you.
Hey, Mothula.
It is actually not even Count Mothula, it is the spirit of Count Mothula.
Yes.
but it
His
is
full body has not reformed yet.
Yes.
But you see, he does
flew
fly
into
by and lands by you guys. He's right now, he's your guys' closest thing to an ally.
Hey, Count Mothula.
What's up?
Can I pet Count
was-
Mothula?
Roll an animal handling
No,
check.
I'm asking Draculich.
Oh, you're asking him?
Yeah.
Or
Am I
mention-
allowed to pet Mothula?
Please, if he deems you worthy.
All right. You said
Animal handling.
No hard feelings, you did great at the race. Good performance.
That's a 12.
It appears Count Mothula does not want to pet.
All
from
right,
you.
I'm doing my second wind. Modified 20.
Modified 20.
Um,
You see
That's a lie. 23.
Count Mothula raises his little moth booty for you as you pet his lower hindquarters, and his wings flap a little bit, and then he takes flight towards the dining room. You guys feel a force at your body, as almost like the Count himself is attempting to just slowly influence the direction in which you guys travel towards the dining room.
Fun.
As he gestures towards the room, the doors open on their own, and you guys see the Count himself sitting at a organ within the room. And then you look back, and he's not there anymore, and he's at the organ.
Wow, that was so fast. Impressive.
That's like me.
Yes.
The shadows on the wall doing a little jig.
Yeah, there's little skeletons doing a little top hat dance along the area. And you guys come inside to see the table is filled with delicious looking food, actually like cooked food.
Oh, wow.
Everyone's like, this place is gonna be scary, but for the most part, it's just nerve-wracking.
Please sit. I raise a very important racer, and I know how everyone needs to get their macros.
Thank you.
Macros indeed.
Please, if you are in needing of protein, indulge yourselves.
Oh, I love some good protein.
And that's where we're going to call our session.
We're all gonna die.
No, we're not. We're gonna be chill. We're gonna have fun with the undead, and
We're gonna
appear
have
in
a
the
little
ditch
bit
afterwards.
we're gonna have a little bit of feud, and then we're gonna go outside, and then we're gonna go to the lodestones, and there's not gonna be any problems.
No problems. And then we're going to come back through.
No, we're gonna use the teleport circle, and we're gonna go straight back to Ortham.
Guys, thank you for listening to Goon Quest. Our opening music's by Alexander Nakarada, cover art by Kasey May, outro music by Alexander Nakarada, audio editing by myself. I'll plug our Instagram, it's goon.quest, and our YouTube is goonquest. I'm gonna give a shout out. All the scenery of the area was put together by Joseph May, one of our dirty goons, who even made sure that the giant dragon skeleton was on top of the castle correctly and made sure that was all built. And Rose is actually the one that prepared the whole dinner for you guys, so that has all been set up.
Fucking damn, how long did that take?
She has been working all day to make this meal, and you guys better eat it now.
Oh, I feel like we're about to get gaslit by
When are we not?
Look, we were gaslit the moment he said that the dragon wasn't real, under the implication that Joseph had to set it all up. Look, all I'm saying is maybe the real boss is the dragon lich that is secretly sitting atop of this.
Maybe the real
Castle.
boss was the gaslighting we had happen to us along the way.
Maybe the real boss was Big Boss.
Maybe the real boss is the editing I'm gonna have to do for this fucking episode.
True.
There were no major gaps where we were doing things.